1, 2, check 1, 2. Yellow again, everybody, and welcome to the 58th season of Nettleton Raider football. Tonight we are on the road, way over in beautiful Baxter County, and we're getting you set for this first game of the 2022 season. Tonight it is your Nettleton Raiders taking on the Double Tough Bombers of Mountain Home. My name is Craig Miller, and I'll be joined in the broadcast booth tonight by my tag team partner for the evening, Raider Junior Jacob Linderman. Now, Jacob played for the Raiders last year, but just like Tony Romo, he's making the transition from the field to the broadcast booth this season. Jacob, how does it feel to be calling your first game tonight on NTV and the EAB Sports Network?
I'm really excited, along one of the greatest play-by-play callers ever, TMC.
He's going to get a good grade for that one. I promise you. Flattery will get you everywhere with me. The Raiders face a very good opponent tonight, the 6A Mountain Home Bombers. The Bombers play in one of the toughest conferences in the state, the 6A West. That's a conference that now boasts Pulaski Academy and Little Rock Christian, as they've both been moved up this season. Greenwood also competes in that conference. So believe me when I say that's a very good conference. And the Bombers are a tough team. They returned 15 starters from a team that made it to the state quarterfinals last season. They beat Jonesboro just last week, 31-28 in their preseason scrimmage. Now, granted, they scored most of their points against the Hurricane backups, but still, anytime you can beat the Golden Gang, it is a quality victory. These two teams, Nettleton and Mountain Home, played last year. Nettleton, we beat the Bombers 28-21, but we were trailing 21-7 at half, had to come from behind in the second half to do it. They were a very tough team last year, and they got most of their horses back. It should be a definite challenge for the Raiders tonight in our first game of the season. Let's take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll hear from our 10th year head coach here at Nettleton, Stephen Hampton. We'll be right back with more of the First National Bank pregame show after this. You've tuned in to Raider Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Follow me on a new healthcare journey.
Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2. Radio check, radio check. Check, 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 1, 2.
That experienced that, that went through that, that understand what it, and they're hungry to do that again, and so that's the exciting part for me as the head coach.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Coach. As great as last year was, it's time to turn the page. Let's talk about your team this year. Let's start by talking about the new faces on the coaching staff. What new coaches do we have?
We got Coach Taylor House came to us by way of Texarkana. He'll be coaching our linebackers. And then Coach Ethan Gassaway came to us. He played at Wichita Baptist University, and he'll be coaching our offensive line.
Great. Glad to have those guys on board as part of Raider Nation.
Last year at right tackle.
Would love to have Big Mo back and Ryan Crawford, but you feel like the guys stepping back this year, able to step in and fill those gaps?
Yeah, I mean, for instance, Garrett Campbell, he stepped in Mountain Home last year. That was a game Mo got injured in the first half, and Garrett stepped in, and quite honestly, he played really well, and we didn't miss a beat. And he started the next couple of games in place of Moses, and there were times where we were running the football behind him, and so we were really pleased with how he played last year, and we're looking for him to take the next step and become a dominant lineman for us.
Those guys will be blocking for somebody very special to you, Coach, and that is sophomore quarterback Maddox Hampton. How has the Mad Dog handled the transition from junior high to senior high so far?
So far, I think he's handled it really well. I think he's got a good demeanor. He doesn't get too high, he doesn't get too low. He's resilient, so when he does make a mistake, he bounces back, and keeps his head, and so I've been really pleased and proud of him, how he's handled himself. I think Coach Wilson has a great demeanor working with him, working with all our kids, but, just being a young quarterback, and he played quarterback himself, so he understands the struggles and the ins and outs, and, he's just been really good with Maddox, and, so I'm really proud of how Maddox is doing things.
You foresee Maddox being mainly a running quarterback or more of a passer?
Well, he's really good at the underneath stuff, getting the ball out quick. But I think as the year progresses, I think once he gets a little more comfortable, you'll see us utilizing him more to run the football. And we have our read stuff that last game against Osceola, he pulled the ball down and got positive yardage. So that's all. If he can do that, he can keep defenses honest. Feel like he can be a dual threat.
I do want to say a shout out to Cameron Scarlett, perhaps the greatest Nettleton Raider quarterback in school history. Wish him well at Mississippi Delta Community College. I have no doubt he's probably watching the broadcast tonight. Another guy who we're going to miss, the All-State running back Kobe Bradley. Who's going to take his place in the Raider backfield?
Well, Keandre Pope will step in and be the starting running back, which he got quite a bit of playing time last year. In some of the games that we were able to get good leads. He actually played the playoff game, our final game, and he's more than capable. He's prepared himself to have a great senior year in the weight room and outrunning physically. He's in great shape. So he's going to be our number one, and then Kylan Shelton, who he's a strong. They complement each other well. Two different type of backs. Kylan is strong and he's fast and he's explosive. He hits the hole extremely fast. Whereas Keandre is a lot like Kobe was last year, a little bit more patient. But I think those two are going to be a nice 1-2 punch.
Let's talk about your receiving core, Coach. Who will the Mad Dog be throwing the ball to this year?
Well, I think our receiving core will be led by Curtis Smith. He'll be one of our outside receivers. Really, we'll move him around. Try to find different ways to get him the football. He's got really good length. He can go up and get the ball. He's got pretty good speed. He can take the top off of defense. And he's a good target, big target. You also have Q Thompson. At another outside receiver spot. He's a kid that he progressed really nicely last year as a sophomore, and really developed. And he's had a great offseason and summer, and he's got a chance to be one of our top receivers. Caleb Tedder will play our tight end spot. Tedder's he's a warrior. I mean, he goes every rep in practice. He never comes down, never complains. He's just a hard-nosed, tough kid. He's the one that's going to do a lot of dirty work. Kind of one of those unsung heroes, that maybe not get a lot of limelight. He's going to be a great blocker in the run game. He's shown that he's great hands, in the passing game. And then Braylon King, he'll play our F or our inside spot position. And he played quite a bit last year. Him and Savion rotated at that F spot, and this year he'll be the number one there.
As I was saying in football, Coach, defense wins championships. Defensive coordinator Alan Johnson is back for his second year at Nettleton. Man, that guy is a true and a real asset to our school. Yeah,
I love Coach Johnson. What he's brought to our football team, to us defensively, to our school. I think the world of him. We've gotten to be really good friends, and so just really pleased, and he's one that he gets it. He knows, how to get the most out of kids, and he's just a great asset, like you said, to not only our school but our football team. And looking forward to what he's going to do with our kids defensively this year.
I know listening to him talk in practice, at times I feel putting on the pads, getting out there playing for him, and he can get you fired up.
Oh, yeah. He has a way of motivating, and, and you sit in on some of the defensive meetings, and, he finds a way to push the right buttons. He takes kids that maybe have lesser talent, and, and he gets them to play above their ability sometimes, and that's a sign of a great coach. And he does that with our kids, and we're excited. We're excited to have him back for the second year.
Let's talk about his guys. Let's start with the defensive line. That was a strength of your team last year, Coach, and it seems to me that it very well may be again this year.
Yeah, we feel like that's going to be, our strength. Like I said, we put a great emphasis on line play, and that's where it all starts. It starts with Jordan Pegram. He's a returning All-State guy. He's going to play at the next level, and he's hard to block. He's explosive. Through fall camp, we go back and forth, offense versus defense, and, he's tough to block. So sometimes, offensively, you're like, you're a little frustrated because, we're having a tough time, but he's going to cause those problems for other teams as well, and he's making us better. So he's going to be the bell cow, defensively. We got Cam Phillips, and man, he's had an outstanding offseason summer. He's in best shape. He's lost a little weight. His conditioning is better. His endurance is better. So we're expecting big things out of him at the nose position. And then sophomore, the rookie Keon Stallings, who in December he was weighing 270 pounds. Now he's down to about 235, 240, moving really well. I think he's got a chance. He's a chance to be, a great one if he keeps progressing. And so those three up front are going to set the tone for us defensively for sure on that defensive side.
Coach, I know you get a lot of new faces in the defensive secondary. Tell us about your defensive backs.
DB-wise, we do have some new faces. And really, we've made a transition. Last year, Jamie Morris played our will linebacker. Well, he's transitioned to our boundary safety position, which we expect he's going to make a lot of tackles from that spot. It kind of gives him a little more freedom to roam and to run, use his speed, and to be able to play on both sides of the ball, really, whereas at Will Backer, he's kind of limited to one side. Now he's going to have a little bit more range, a little more freedom. So we expect big things out of him. Miles Williams at our free safety, man, he's really progressed. He's got great size. He got interception in the scrimmage, and so he's really, really come on, and we've been pleased with him. And then at corner, we're going to have Derek Island and Brandon Alexander, OBA. Those two are tough, gritty kids. What they lack in size, they make up in grittiness and toughness. We had a little setback with Kylan Goodlow, and we're going to miss him. Injury that's going to keep him out, but a good thing he's a junior and he'll get a chance to come back and recover. And but those guys back there, we're pleased with how they performed so far.
Coach, you mentioned Blake Brown as your linebackers. Who else is going to be playing linebacker for you?
Well, we're going to have Cohen Liggins, who's a sophomore, and man, I foresee him. He'll be the Blake Brown in a couple of years. He'll be the guy making the checks. He's already really, really intelligent. Picks up on things really well. It's just a matter of getting game experience. At the varsity level, he's going to be thrown in there, and he's done a great job so far. David Weesey, another sophomore at the Mike position. He's gotten strong. He's fast. He's got to learn, a little bit how to play with the scheme and those things that we're working with him on. And then Tyler Craig, another sophomore, he'll rotate at the Mike and possibly will positions as well. And he's got good size, good speed. So we feel good about those guys, about what they bring to the table.
Coach, special team ought to make a big difference in the game. Who's going to be punting and kicking and making returns for you this year?
Well, it's going to be – we got different guys for each one of those slots. Our kickoff guy is going to be Antonio Alvarez. That was with us before, played soccer, got a pretty strong leg, kicked the ball down there, up to the 5-10 yard line, consistently. And so he'll handle our kickoffs. Joseph Newhung will handle our extra point and field goals. And Joseph's gotten stronger. We've been pleased with how he's kicked the ball in practice. Our punter will be Maddox Hampton. And a lot of times we'll stay in the offensive formation, and then there'll be times we'll actually get in a true punt formation and drive the ball out of there. But he's done a nice job. And then Jordan Penguin will be our snapper. And that's something that's really kind of an unsung thing. You really recognize it when you don't have a great snapper, and we're fortunate to have one. And so he's really good. And then returners, you'll see guys like Q Thompson, Keandre Pope, both returning kickoffs, things like that.
Coach, you got what I consider a quality win at scrimmage last Tuesday against a always tough opponent, Osceola. You picked up a 14-0 victory. What were your takeaways from that game?
Well, I was pleased. We did some really good things. I thought we moved the ball well. Between the 20s. And then, once we got down there, we had some miscues at times. I thought we could have scored, 21, 28 points possibly, left some, from the field. But overall, I was pleased how we moved the football, especially run the football effectively. And so on that side, I was pleased with things. I thought our special team, for what limited play that we had, special teams-wise, was good. And that's something we're going to have to rely on. We're going to have to be good in special teams and play some field position at times. And then defensively, those guys just play hard, the effort. That's what you look for, playing with great effort. And there's some technical things that there were some mistakes, but those things can be corrected. But it's, how hard we played, We got a turnover that led to points. And just, how the bend, don't break mentality. There were times they were putting in bad spots or, giving up a pretty good play, and but they held on and set up a wall and, come out of the end zone. That's what you look for. So pleased with how they're going to develop over the course of the year.
Coach, we got the Mountain Home Bombers tonight. What can you tell us about our opponents?
Well, to be honest, they're a lot like us. Got a lot of key pieces coming back. They've got a couple of linemen on offense that are returners. They got a quarterback coming back who didn't play quarterback against last year. He played safety, but at some point last year, about week 4 or 5, they moved him to quarterback. He's a kid that's committed to Harding. So they're an option team, so he's a dual threat guy. And then defensively, they've got a defensive end. He's kind of a bell cow, number 39 Dover kid. I don't know if he's in relation to, Coach Dover, and give Coach Dover a shout out here. But he's a heck of a football player, a defensive end. They play hard. It's always tough going to Mountain Home to play. It's going to be a great environment. They all draw a great crowd, great enthusiasm. So it should be exciting for kids.
Look forward to it. Coach always said any game show where you can get a shout out to Coach Dover ends a good pregame show. Hey, Coach, good luck tonight. Let's go get a win for Raider Nation.
Absolutely. Let's go Raiders.
Goodbye, brother.
Heroes your family here. Did every July 4th here? Refinish the floors here twice. Sized up your daughter's boyfriends here. Waited in the doorway all day when your son was coming home on leave. This place has given you all you've dreamed of. Now it's giving again, in the form of gourmet kitchen and the quietest dishwasher known to man. Realize your dream with a home equity line of credit from Stebbins Bank. Dreams realized. StebbinsBank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, subject to credit approval.
It's a mix and match special. Now in all Jonesboro area, Domino's Pizza locations. Choose any two for $5.99 each for carryout or $6.99 each for delivery. How about me? 2-topping pizza, oven baked sandwich, pasta, 10, Domino's easy bread, salad, bread twist, marble brownies, and so much more. Wait it up for the whole game. Mix and match special with any two for only $5.99 each for carryout or $6.99 each for delivery. Only at your Jonesboro area Domino's Pizza locations. What a horrible call! What's the matter with you, Brett? You seriously need some glasses.
Honey, that's the mascot.
Oh, guess I need glasses too.
Elite Eye Care can help fans and officials alike. 1.1 Road in Jonesboro and 1515 West Kings Highway in Paragould. Schedule today at EliteEyeCare.com or call 972-6040. 972-6040. Elite Eye Care. Your vision is our focus.
This is a story I want to tell myself. I served on the state commission for several years, and we met somewhere in the state once a month. One time, Gail and I were going to Lake Norfolk, and from there going to a meeting in Fort Smith. We traveled a few hours to Fort Smith, and Gail called her friend and said they were there, and they said the meeting is next week. I missed the message. 7.5 hours later, we're back home. Good sign, and God bless our troops.
You're listening to the Nettleton Raiders on Bob FM 1013 KIYS HD2 Walnut Ridge, Jonesboro, KIYS HD2 T231BB College C Jonesboro, KIYS HD4 Walnut Ridge, Jonesboro, and KIYS 84 K267AS Pitt.
And we welcome you back to the First National Bank pregame show here on NTV and the EAB Sports Network, brought to you by First National Bank, where they put you first always. We're about 5 minutes away from kickoff, and the captains are out on the field flipping the coin right now. The captains for Nettleton, Kylan Gates, Keandre Pope, Jordan Pegram, and Blake Brown. The coin has been flipped. It looks like Mountain Home won the coin toss, and they have deferred their option to the second half. So Nettleton will be receiving the opening kickoff, and they will be defending the west end zone. Nettleton dressed in their white jerseys, their white away jerseys, and their gold pants. 50% chance of rain. Hopefully the rain stays north of us. If you're watching on the live stream, you might see a big bank of clouds just to our north. Hopefully it stays there. Let me tell you about the starting lineups for the Raiders. First of all, for offense, quarterback Maddox Hampton, running back Keandre Pope. The wide receivers, Braylon King, Curtis Smith, Q Thompson, and Caleb Tedder, the tight end. The offensive line, from left to right, left tackle, Kylan Gates, left guard, Ian Landrum, center, Zach Davis, right guard, Kobe Miller, right tackle, Garrett Campbell. Starting on defense for the Raiders, defensive end, big number 90, Jordan Pegram, the All-Stater. Nose guard, number 63, Cam Phillips. Defensive end, number 51, a sophomore, Keon Stallings. Linebackers, Blake Brown, also an All-State best under the sun performer. He will be starting at weak side linebacker. Strong side linebacker will be Cohen Liggins, number 44, making his varsity start as a sophomore. Another sophomore starting in the linebacker crew for Nettleton. That's David Weesey. The nickelback is Kylan Shelton. He'll also be running some at running back. Had a really good scrimmage against Osceola. The defensive backfield, the cornerbacks, Brandon Alexander, Derek Island. One of our starting quarterbacks, Kylan Goodlow, broke his leg in the scrimmage, and we sure wish him well. Raider Nation, say a prayer for Kylan Goodlow. And looks like he may be out for the season, and what a tough blow that is for this football team. But he'll be back his senior year, I promise you that. And I'm still holding out hope he'll be back by the playoffs. But best wishes to Kylan Goodlow. The safeties are Miles Williams and Jamie Morris. Antonio Alvarez handles the kicking duties. Joseph Newhung handles the field goal kicking duties. Maddox Hampton will be the punter. Jordan Pegram, the deep snapper. Keandre Pope, Q Thompson will be kick return. And the Keandre Pope, will be the punter. It is, the punt returner. It's 88 degrees. Awfully hot game here. And Jacob, I think you know that whenever the heat rises, a lot of humidity, we're liable to see a lot of cramps here tonight.
We saw a lot of cramps our first game last year with Blytheville. There was a bunch. Really bad deal.
No doubt. Painful for sure. Nettleton ready to kick off, ready to receive the kickoff, I should say. Keandre Pope and Q Thompson back deep for the Raiders. And Mountain Home still in the huddle. They have not taken the field yet. The scoreboard clock is at 1:51, but they've stopped it now. Then they put 12 minutes on, and we're just about ready to kick off another season. Nettleton Raider football. What a great season last year as Nettleton, the undefeated regular season Conference 5A East champions. And the 2022 season mere seconds away from getting underway. Mountain Home, number 86 for the Bombers. That's Jack Sheener. Set to kick off, and we got the Pope and Q Thompson back deep for the Raiders. Crowd on their feet, and here we go. It's a squibber right into the middle of the field over the Raiders' head, and it's fielded by number 9. That's Blake Brown, who fields it and returns it to the 35-yard line. That's where he's tackled, actually the 36-yard line, and that's where the Raiders will take over 1st and 10. Kind of a weird-looking kick there, Jacob.
It was. High bounce, but good field position for our Nettleton Raiders here.
So the Raiders will set up shop 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Maddox Hampton making his high school debut, the son of the coach, the Mad Dog. In the backfield with him is Keandre Pope. We got one receiver down low. Looks like we got one up high. Maddox going to pass. Pass is complete to Q Thompson, and now then he fumbles it, and I believe they're going to call it an incomplete pass. He never really had possession, so incomplete pass is going to be 2nd down and 10.
Looks like he came down with it, just they called it incomplete.
Yeah, and that's really a break for the Raiders because that would have been a fumble and probably Mountain Home ball if they would have called it a catch. 2nd down and 10. The Mad Dog in the backfield. We got some movement on the left side of the line over there. Kylan Gates looked like he moved, and it is going to be called against Nettleton. False start. And they're going to back it up 5, so it's going to be 2nd down and 15 after the illegal procedure penalty against the Raiders. Curtis Smith spread out wide right. Q Thompson wide left, and Maddox is going to pass. Pass is complete for a short gain, maybe a gain of 1. That is Q Thompson on the reception. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 14 for the Raiders. So a couple of short passes for the Raiders, but not much yardage gain.
Wasn't a lot of green light there to run.
So 3rd and long for the Raiders. Definite passing down. 3 receivers split to the right. Pass is complete to Tedder over the middle. He's fighting for the first down. Stopped just short, but I believe they may give him forward progress, and it may be enough for the first down. The referee, the line judge, he has spotted it, and that's going to be enough for a first down. It looks to me, Jacob.
It looks to me, too.
They're moving the chains. That's a first down for the Raiders.
Caleb Teddy fought hard for those yards. What a play.
Yeah, the tight end, Caleb Tedder, with the big reception from the Mad Dog. The Mad Dog 2 for 3 as a passer. He gives to the Pope. Keandre Pope running up the middle, falls forward for a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Raiders after Keandre Pope gets his first touch of the year.
That was great blocking by the right side. I believe that's Colby Miller and Garrett Campbell. Really opened up a hole there.
The Pope was able to line of scrimmage, gets a gain of about 6, maybe 7. It's going to be, the ball will be marked on the 29-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 3, it looks like, for the Raiders. A gain of 7 for the Pope.
This Nettleton offensive line always continues to dominate. Their blocking never fails.
That is one battle the Raiders are banking on winning tonight, and that's the battle at the line of scrimmage. Coach Hampton really likes his big offensive line. Jordan Pegram lined up at tight end. They're going to run right side behind Pegram. That's Kylan Shelton. He's in the open. He's at the 5. It's a touchdown, Raiders. Kylan Shelton with a 30-yard touchdown run, and the Raiders on the board first. It's 6-0, good guys.
Kylan Shelton with his first career touchdown. What an impressive run. Great blocking by that right side. Colby Miller, Garrett Campbell open up the hole again, and just blocking is tremendous, and it has been all night.
Well, Kylan Shelton, who really showed out in the second half of that scrimmage against Osceola, and man, he ran that ball. He found the hole. He hit it hard all the way to the blue paint, all the way to the house. Joseph Newhung on for the extra point. It is partially blocked. It bounces, and it goes through. So it's blocked, and it hit the crossbar, and it goes through. So Joseph Newhung, just like he drew it up, Joseph Newhung boots it through, and the Raiders have a 7-0 lead. Hey, for an opening drive, Jacob, you can't ask for much more than that right there.
You really can't. Nettleton's on the board. They're in the position they want to be, and they just got to maintain. With a defensive coordinator like Coach Johnson, you know they will.
Well, he is definitely a outstanding defensive coordinator. I think Nettleton's defensive coordinator, I'd put him up against any DC in the state, and I mean that. He's former defensive coach, defensive back coach at Arkansas State University. He's been a defensive coordinator on the collegiate level. We're very blessed to have him here at Nettleton, and he's over there right now firing up his defensive unit. They're about to make their debut. Last year they were so fun to watch, Jacob. This year they got a couple of 2 really good pieces back and a whole lot of other good pieces, but in particular, Big Jordan Pegram and Blake Brown, a couple of all-state guys going to be anchoring that defensive unit. We're going to see them here in just a moment. Right now, Antonio Alvarez is set to kick off. Alvarez, a soccer player, high end-over-end kick. It is fielded at the 10-yard line by number 20. He breaks a couple of 3 tackles, and he is brought down at the 30-yard line. That is Christian Cruz, a sophomore, with the return. This Mountain Home team, they had a really good junior high team last year. They got about 30 sophomores they've injected to this team. That's one of them right there, Christian Cruz. And that young man looked like he knew what he was doing with the football. Here comes the Raiders defense. 3-man front. Keon Stallings, Cam Phillips, and Big Jordan Pegram, the defensive lineman. The quarterback is Brady Barnett. He's a next-level quarterback. He's awfully good. He's going to be playing at Harding next year. From the gun, he gives it to the running back, Chenoweth, and he is brought down after a gain of about 5. Cohen Liggins, Blake Brown in on the stop. It's going to be second down and a long 4 for the Bombers. Barnett with Jacob Chenoweth in the backfield with him. 2 receivers spread out to the left, 2 up top, 1 in motion. Barnett running to his right, run pass option. He decides to run it. He is tackled after about a gain of 1. Like play there by Blake Brown.
That's why he's All-State. I can see him going back-to-back this year, All-State.
Yeah, they don't give All-State honors. They don't make patsies All-State linebackers. We miss Orion Pugh for sure, another All-State linebacker who is playing college football in Iowa. But we're glad to have number 9, Blake Brown, back. Punt is fielded by Q Thompson. Q, he's going to run it, going to return. He is wrapped up by a couple of Bombers at the 30-yard line, and that's where Nettleton will take over 1st and 10. Good punt coverage there by Mountain Home.
About the same spot we took it last time. I think we could get it back in the end zone here. We'll put this game up.
It's 7-0 Nettleton, 8:15 remaining in the first quarter. I know how aggravating it is when you're listening to a ball game and they won't tell the score. I'll do my best to tell the score regularly for those of you listening on the radio. It's 7-0 Nettleton, 8:15 remaining in the first quarter. The Raider offense back on the field. The Mad Dog, Maddox Sampton from the gun. The Pope to his side. He gives to the Pope. He's running right side. Outside. He is made it to the end, to the sideline. Runs out of bounds after a gain of about 2, maybe 3, but there is a flag on the play. And let's see what the referee said. I didn't see anything personally, but the referee is a lot closer than I am, Jacob, and he knows more than I do as well.
I think it might be a holding on Cortez.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against the Raiders. So I believe Cortez, who is trying to block for the Pope, might have been just grabbed a little bit too much jersey and held on a little bit. So spot foul. It's going to be first down, and it looks like about 16. First down is 17. We got 3 receivers up top. The Pope in the backfield with the Mad Dog. Hard count, and the Bombers, a very disciplined unit. They hold the line, do not jump off sides. Mad Dog to pass. It's complete to Cortez Smith. Cortez juking, jiving, still on his feet. Close to the first down. He's slung down. I believe he may have first down yardage as Cortez Smith really had a nice run after that catch.
I think you said it better earlier, Mr. Miller.
It's first down.
Mr. Cortez is probably one of the greatest athletes we have on this team. Plays almost every sport Nettleton has to offer.
Great basketball player, great football player, and he got a first down for the Raiders. It's 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the Bomber 40. Nettleton leading 7-0 here in the first quarter. The Mad Dog gives to the Pope, running left side right up the middle, and he's got a gain of 9. Man, that's good hard yardage there by the Pope. He hit that hole. He hit it hard, and he's got close to a first down. I believe it's going to be marked about a yard short. It's going to be 2nd down and 1.
That was a phenomenal run by Keandre. He has killer speed and physicalness right there, as you saw.
I like that kid. Good young man, and there's a timeout on the field, I do believe. Timeout on the field. Tell you what, we'll take a 30-second break with them. It's with 7:29 remaining in the first quarter. Your score, Nettleton 7, Mountain Home 0. Back in 30 seconds with more Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
Farmers and Merchants Bank announces the lobby of our new branch in Jonesboro is now open. The drive-thru is an MVP center with live video tellers 7 to 7 weekdays and 9 to noon on Saturdays. In addition to our beautiful bank on Highland, you can also visit our new branch at the corner of Southwest Drive and Parker. More MVPs, more ATMs, more me banking at Farmers and Merchants Bank, FDIC.
And we welcome you back to Bomber Stadium on the campus of Mountain Home High School in Mountain Home, Arkansas, where the Nettleton Raiders have a 7-0 lead over Mountain Home with 7:29 remaining in the first quarter. This Nettleton offensive line, Kylan Gates, Kobe Miller, Ian Landrum, Zach Davis, Garrett Campbell. They've had their way with the defensive front for Mountain Home so far. 2nd down and 1. Ball at the 49-yard line of the Raiders. Mad Dog back to pass. Mad Dog, he's going deep. Got a man open, just overthrows him, and that is Q Thompson, who had 2 steps on the nearest defender, but the ball just a little bit overthrown. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. I like that call. On 2 and 1, take a shot down the field. It sounds like Stone Cold Steve Austin is about to make an entrance. I heard the glass break. It's 3rd down and 1. Stone Cold's entrance music playing. Let's see if that fires up the Mad Dog, Maddox Sampson.
Actually,
Mad Dog is not at quarterback right now. Cortez Smith, heavy on the left side. In motion is Q. Cortez is going to run it himself. He's got the 1st down and then some. He's down to the 40-yard line, a gain of about 10, it looks like, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the Bomber 39-yard line.
It looks that heavy offensive line there stunned the defense.
Yeah, I think I could have run behind that left side of that offensive line over there. There was some hosses over there. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. The Mad Dog, Maddox Sampson, in his varsity debut in the gun. Keandre Pope on his left hip. He gives to the Pope. Pope running right side, and he falls forward for a positive gain, a gain of about 4.5, 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down, and we'll call it 2nd down and a long 5. Hey, the Raider offensive line imposing their will on that defensive front for Mountain Home.
They are just... I don't think there's any better way to put it, but they have the dog in them.
Oh, my word. Well, there's a flag that was thrown. I saw it thrown after the play. They called holding against the Raiders.
I think that was against 55.
I don't know who number 55 is.
I bet he'll be getting a butt chewing when he gets home tonight.
That is Kobe Miller, the announcer's son. Still proud of him. I wouldn't want to be out there. Kobe is, though. It's 1st down and 20, maybe a little bit more. Yes, 1st down and 20 after the holding. 3 receivers to the right, 2 up top, and the Mad Dog is going to pass. It is complete to Q Thompson. Q Thompson is to the original line of scrimmage, gains a couple more yards past that. It's going to be a gain of 12 on the pass, and it's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders. Mad Dog been very accurate with his passes so far.
I think he's only missed a couple tonight, but the physicality on our receivers is just dominating this defensive back system.
It was 1st and 20. Now it's 2nd down and 7. That's much more manageable. Cortez Smith into the game. He's behind center in the shotgun, Wildcat formation. 1 receiver to the right, Braylon King in motion. Fakes to King. Cortez bounces out left. He's reverses course, has a 1st down, still on his feet at the 20. He's at the 15, flag down. He's down to the 5-yard line. 1st down Raiders, flag in the defensive backfield. That's usually some type of an illegal block. We'll see what the call is, but big run there by Cortez Smith. The Raiders smelling the end zone once again, but let's see what the man in the white hat says was the reason for the laundry on the field. Face mask against Mountain Home. Face mask against Mountain Home. That'll be half the distance to the goal. It's going to be 1st down and goal to go. It looks like the ball is marked on about the 2-yard line.
And we're bringing back in that heavy set. Look to see a big run by Cortez Smith here.
Yeah, I see big number 73, Jerry Hudgens, out there on the field. Kobe Miller, Garrett Campbell, Jerry Hudgens, and Pegram, as well as Caleb Tedder on that right side. Cortez Smith in at quarterback. Something tells me they'll be running the ball to the right. He is. He's running to the right. He finds a crease. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cortez Smith. Touchdown, Raiders. Raiders up 13-0.
I think that touchdown there was inevitable. All those big offensive linemen, I want to line up against those guys. Man, big physical men there as Joseph Newhung comes on to kick the extra point.
Newhung 1 for 1 tonight. His first one was an adventure. It was partially blocked, then it hit the crossbar and trickled over. But it was good. By hook or by crook, Newhung got it through. High snap. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 5:12 remaining in the second quarter, Nettleton now has a 14-0 lead over the Mountain Home Bombers. And Jacob, this Mountain Home crowd, which is a very large home crowd, they are eerily silent over here. I don't want to say too much, so they're so quiet. I think they can hear everything that I'm saying. And there's some pretty big old boys out there, some big old country boys, some great big old corn-fed mountain women. I don't want any of them coming up here and trying to take a pot shot at the TMC.
You know, that's not very hard, though. As you gotten older in your days, you lost a little bit of your athletic ability.
I never had much. Speaking of my athletic ability, you want to hang around for the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Coach Daryl Dover is going to be our guest, Raider fans, the winningest coach in Nettleton football history. He's going to be talking about what a great athlete the TMC was back in his day. 14-0 the score. That was a joke. That was a joke. TMC was not a good athlete. Probably belonged in the broadcast booth a whole lot more than I ever did on the football field. Antonio Alvarez, high kick, fielded at the 15-yard line. Number 20, that's Cruz, and he's got some running room. He's brought down at about the 35-yard line, and it will be 1st down and 10 for Mountain Home at the 35. Now, the last offensive series that Mountain Home had, the Raider defense was up to the task. It was 3 and out, and the Raiders, both of their offensive series, they have just shoved the ball right down the Bombers' throats. Brady Barnett, the quarterback, Chenoweth on his right hip. 3 receivers spread out left, 1 to the right. He's going to pass. It's partially deflected. That's Jordan Pegram, who knocked the ball down before it could get to the intended receiver. Incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10. Number 90 doing damage.
One of the most physical defensive linemen there is. I mean, All-State for a reason. They don't give it out to jabronis.
They sure don't. 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. It's 14-0. Nettleton with the lead over Mountain Home. 2nd down and 10 for the Bombers from their own 35-yard line. Brady Barnett, the quarterback. He's going to keep it himself, running right side. He's got a 1st down. He is tripped up by Jamie Morris after a gain of about 13. He's right at midfield. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bombers.
That was a good game by Barnett. There's a reason he'll be playing at the next level.
Yeah. Yeah, he's elusive, and he is fast. That was a good burst of speed. So 1st and 10. That's Mountain Home's first down of the game. Barnett from the shotgun formation. He's rolling to his left. He's going to pass. Pass is incomplete, intended for number 33. That is Blake Bentley, but it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
We had a good nickel back there. Kylan Shelton helped stop the play there.
The June Bug also in on the coverage there. That's Derek Island Jr. 4:33 on the clock, first quarter. Nettleton with a 14-0 lead. Mountain Home, they give it to Chenoweth, and he is met by a couple of Raider defensive linemen. He drags the pile forward. Going to be a gain of about 5. In on the stop for Nettleton. I believe the initial contact was made by Jamarcus Johnson. Jordan Pegram also had his nose in there. It'll be 3rd down and 5, Jacob, and again, another opportunity for this Nettleton Raider defense under the direction of A.J., Coach Alan Johnson, to make a big stop right here. Ball on the Raider 45-yard line. Barnett from the gun. Chenoweth on his left hip. 3 receivers spread out left. It's quarterback keeper, and he is met immediately by Cam Phillips. Cam Phillips throws him down, a short gain. He hit him at the line of scrimmage, but Barnett was able to fall forward. It's going to be a gain of maybe 1. It'll be 4th down and 4. Ball on the 44. We'll see if Mountain Home wants to go for it here or if they decide to punt. They would be borderline 4-down territory, but it looks like they're sending out the punting unit. So the Raider defense able to hold once again. 3:20 on the clock. Clock is ticking. First quarter. Nettleton 14, Mountain Home 0.
Back to punt for Mountain Home, number 8, Brady Barnett.
The quarterback, Barnett, to punt. It is a angling punt toward the right sideline. The Pope tells everybody, get out of the way. and it is down on the 1-yard line. I was hoping it would get to the end zone for a touchback, but instead it is down at the 1-yard line by Mountain Home. Good special teams play there by the Bombers.
Beautiful punt. Wasn't much we could do to return that, but now we're going to start with the ball at our own 1.
So the Raiders have got 99 yards to go. They got 99 problems, but scoring has not been won so far this game. 99 yards to go starting this drive. The Raiders, both of their offensive series, they have scored 14-0. This one obviously more challenging as they are starting at their own 1-yard line. The Mad Dog gives to the Pope, runs right up the middle. It's a gain of about 5. A little bit of breathing room right there. And I said they started at the 1. It looked like they started at the 2, maybe the 3-yard line. Right. In any event, it's 2nd down and 6 for the Raiders. The ball is at the 6-yard line. Give to the Pope. He is met at the line of scrimmage, and short gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Gain of about a yard. 3rd down and 5 for the Raiders. 3rd down and 4. Just over 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Nettleton with a 14-0 lead over Mountain Home, but the Bombers have got the Raiders pinned here. 3rd down and 4. Raiders needing a first down. Cortez Smith behind center. He's in the shotgun. Pope to his left. Cortez is going to run it. Running left side, looking for an opening, not really finding one. He is stopped short of the first down. Gain of a couple yards. It's going to be 4th down and 2, and it looks like the Raiders may be punting for the first time. Boy, he got closer to the first down than I thought he did. It's 4th down and less than a yard, actually. I don't know if Coach wants to go for it on their own 11-yard line. That's a very risky proposition, Jacob, going for it. You know, usually Nettleton punts out of their offensive formation. The Mad Dog, the quarterback, is the punter. Let's see if they want to roll the dice here. 1:38 to play in the first quarter. Nettleton has a 14-0 lead. The offense has moved the ball at will against these Bombers, and Mad Dog looks to be punting. He's a little bit deeper than normal, so it looks like the Raiders are going to punt. I'm sure Coach Hampton probably thought about it. Hard count, a lot of movement, but they do not whistle Mountain Home offsides. Snap to the Mad Dog, quick kick. High punt, lands at about the 50-yard line. It's fielded at the 50-yard line. Fair caught at the 50-yard line by Mountain Home. That's number 5, Dylan Drury, who fielded the fair catch. And so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bombers at the 50-yard line. 1:08 to play in the first quarter. Nettleton with a 14-0 lead over Mountain Home. And the Mountain Home defense able to stop the Raiders for the first time tonight, Jacob.
Yep. Both first drives were ended in touchdowns, but starting in that deep position, can't get to it.
Well, they just almost had the first down. It was Cortez just inches short. Smart play to punt. Mountain Home back to work offensively. Barnett, he's going to pass. It is complete right at the first down stick. Tackle made over there by the June Bug, Derek Island Jr., and it's going to be close to a first down. Let's see if they give him forward motion, what kind of spot he gets. Yes, it's going to be a gain of about 11. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for Mountain Home. They are in Nettleton territory at the Raider 39, and they are in the hurry up. Barnett gives to Chenoweth. He runs right up the middle, has a first down, another gain of about 11. And it is 1st down for the Bombers. The ball ends there by Allen Johnson's Nettleton Raider defense. A loss of 2 at 2nd down and 12.
As we said earlier, one of the toughest defensive coordinators in the state.
No doubt about that. One of the best. 3 receivers spread wide right. Barnett in the backfield. 1 receiver to his left. 3-man front for the Raiders. 2nd down and 12, maybe 2nd and 13. The Bombers are going to pass. Pass is incomplete, intended for number 13, Weston May. It's going to be 3rd down and 13 for Mountain Home.
that Nettleton defensive line with a great pass rush. I think I saw Jamie Morris with the blitz there. Just all around great defensive line work, working that offensive line of Mountain Home.
Let me tell you something. Jamie Morris bearing down on you. You want to get rid of the football in a hurry. He's like a Ronnie Lott out there. He flat lays the hit. He lays the lumber to people. 3rd down and 13 for Mountain Home. They're going to pass. Looking right, Barnett. He's got a man open, but it overthrows him. Incomplete. No flags. A little bit of mouthing going on afterwards as Miles Williams laid a big hit on the receiver after the ball hit the ground. But it is incomplete pass, and it'll bring up 4th down and 13 for Mountain Home. Ball on the Nettleton 26-yard line. And there's a timeout on the field.
That's the end of the first quarter.
That is actually the end of the first quarter. That's exactly right. The end of the first quarter. Nettleton with a 14-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a 30-second break, and when we come back, we will have second quarter action for you. You've tuned in to Raider Football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. Back in 30. Sports Network. Back in 30.
Nettleton High School Athletics is brought to you by Gateway Tire and Service Center and Toyo Tires. There's always one thing you can count on. We go the distance for you. Before you hit the road for a trip across country or across town, drop by Gateway Tire and Service Center and check out the great deals on Toyo Tires. Whether it's tires or auto repair, you can always count on one thing. At Gateway Tire and Toyo Tires, we go the distance for you.
And it looks like they do, and it looks like Mountain Home gets a first down. Man, 4th and 13, and they convert. So good play there. Good throw by Barnett. He's a next-level quarterback for a reason. He rifled that ball in there.
You couldn't ask for a better situation for Nettleton. 4th down and 13 and just muff snapped. But next-level QB.
Now it's 1st and 10 for Mountain Home. The ball is on the 15-yard line. And there is a penalty, a flag marker down. The dead ball foul. There's a penalty against Mountain Home. 5-yard infraction. Not sure exactly what it was, but it was a 5-yard penalty, and it's 1st down and 15. Option to Chenoweth. He dodges a tackler, and he has brought down Miles Williams in on the stop, leading the tackle for Nettleton. Cam Phillips also in on the stop. Short gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 13 for Mountain Home. Ball just inside the Raider 20. Ball at the Nettleton 19-yard line. Nettleton leading 14-0, 11-10 on the clock here in the second quarter. And they're right back at it. This Bomber offense, it is fast moving. The quarterback keeps it. He is met by Blake Brown. Wrestled to the ground, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Ball at the 15-yard line, or real close to it. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Jordan Pegram in on the stop for the Raiders.
Jordan Pegram, again, making great plays. Him and Blake Brown both are just phenomenal athletes.
I'm glad they're on the Raiders' side. It's 3rd down and 9. The ball on the 14-yard line, maybe the 15-yard line. Well, the 14-yard line for Mountain Home. Barnett in Shelton on the defense. No flags, and so it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raider defense holds once again.
One of the best defenses in the state. I said it once, I'll say it again. Alan Johnson is the best defensive coordinator in the state.
You're not going to get any arguments from me on that one for sure. We are blessed to have Alan Johnson working at Nettleton, and boy, the Raider defense up to the task right there. 10-13 remaining in the second quarter. Nettleton up 14-0. The Raider offense back on the line. Back on the field, Maddox Hampton, the sophomore quarterback. Keandre Pope, the senior running back, in the backfield. Q Thompson spread out to the left. In motion is Curtis Smith. The play is whistled dead right as it snapped. It's an illegal procedure call against the Raiders. So they'll back it up 5. It's 1st down and 15. The ball is right at the Raider 10-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 10-yard line. Still 1st down.
Nettleton leading 14-0. 10-11 remaining in the second quarter. Maddox Hampton and Keandre Pope in the backfield for the Raiders. He gives to the Pope. Pope bounces out left, reverses direction, falls forward, And he is going to be tackled after a gain of about 4. It's going to be 2nd down and 11.
It was a good bounce by Pope. Not a lot there on that outside shoulder of our left offensive line. Bounced it back in. Made a great play.
So 2nd down and 11 for the Raiders. Ball on their own 13. Maddox Hampton from the gun. Keandre Pope to his left. Maddox is going to pass. He's under pressure. Rolling to his right. He tries to throw the ball. It's deflected. They're going to call it an incomplete pass. And that's a good call right there. It could have been called a fumble, but his arm was definitely moving forward. Incomplete pass. That could have been very bad, Jacob. As it is, it's just basically a loss of down. So 3rd down and 11 for the Raiders.
And out comes Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's bad news for somebody. He's going to open up a can of Whoop-at-Hiney. Let's see if the Raiders can overcome that. Maddox Hampton from the gun. Pope in the backfield with him. 3 receivers up top, 1 to his left. Raiders with a 14-0 lead here in the 2nd quarter. The Mad Dog dropping back to pass, and it's the play is whistled dead. The ball was actually caught by a defensive lineman, it looks like, but the play was whistled dead. False start against the Raiders. So what was 3rd and 11 is now going to be 3rd down and 16 as somebody on the Nettleton side got a little bit of a head start. 3rd down and 16 for Nettleton. They're within their own 10-yard line right now. The ball at the 9. Definitely a passing down right here. Let's see what the Mad Dog has got. Instead he gets to the Pope. The Pope is hit in the backfield. And the ball is... I think he may have dropped the ball. A fumble on the play, recovered by Mountain Home. I lost sight of the football. A fumble on the play. Mountain Home recovers it, and they're going to have excellent field position. You talk about a short field. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bombers at the Raider 7-yard line.
Knowing Alan Johnson, he's going to cook something up here. I think I can see the Raiders getting a good stop.
Let's hope. The Raider defense, they definitely got their work cut out for them. Mountain Home, they're set and ready. Nettleton didn't even get set, and they let them run the play. They give it to Chenoweth. Chenoweth fights through a would-be tackler, Miles Williams, and he's into the end zone.
Play, 1 touchdown, 7 yards.
Those are the drives that's easy to get the calculations on for sure. 1 play, 7 yards, a Mountain Home score, and it was, turnovers will kill you. Turnovers in the red zone especially will kill you. It was 3rd and long. The Raiders opted to keep the ball on the ground to play it safe. Keandre Pope fumble, a recovery by the Bombers. 1 play later, bada bing, bada boom, into the end zone they go. PAT good. It's 14-7 with 9:09 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Uncle Mo has switched sides. He was wearing black and gold during the 1st quarter, but he has switched over to a definite royal blue. Uncle Mo on the sideline of the Bombers. Let's see if we can't coax our favorite uncle back to the Raiders sideline. Nettleton's kickoff return crew is out on the field. Back deep is Keandre Pope and Q Thompson. Kicking off for Mountain Home is number 88, Jack Sheener. .909 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Nettleton with a 14-7 lead. Mountain Home, however, definitely with the momentum right now. It's an onside kick. It is recovered. I believe that's Cohen Liggins who recovered it, and he is tackled at the 40-yard line. It's actually not Cohen Liggins. That's Caleb Tedder who recovered the ball. Advanced a little bit, got hit, held on to the ball. Good job by Caleb Tedder. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Good field position. They start off at their own 41-yard line.
Tedder there had some dog in him. Wanting to return a short kick.
Speaking of dogs, the Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton, back to work as the quarterback for this Raider offense. He gives it to Q Thompson. Q Thompson jet sweep right. And he cuts back but runs into the teeth of the Bomber defense. He's brought down after a gain of 2. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders.
Looks like we ran away from Big 90 there. One of the best defensive linemen we have.
Ball marked on the right hash. Maddox Hampton joining the backfield. He's a sophomore. He's joined by the senior, Keandre Pope. 2 receivers up top, 2 receivers spread out to the left. Mad Dog spins, passes to Cortez Smith. Cortez Smith fights forward near first down yardage. He's knocked out of bounds right about midfield, and actually they're going to mark him out of bounds before he went down. Optimistically over here, Jacob. 4th and 4 for the Raiders, and Maddox Hampton is going to punt. Zach Davis, the Raiders center, to snap. Mad Dog gets the punt off, and it is fielded at the 21-yard line. Fair caught there by Dylan Drury, and it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Bombers from the own 21-yard line. We got 8:18 remaining in the second quarter. Nettleton leading Mountain Home 14-7. Nettleton scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, but the second quarter has belonged to the Bombers. Barnett, the quarterback, fakes to Chenoweth, passes, and it's incomplete. Looks like it was intended for number 33, Blake Bentley. I don't think he was ready for the ball. It's an incomplete pass. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
There was also great coverage there by Jamie Morris. Either he caught that ball or Jamie was going to lay the wood on him.
You know, they call Jamie Morris the carpenter because he lays the wood. He makes some big hits out there. 2nd down and 10 for Mountain Home. Rolling right is Barnett. He's going to pass, and it is complete to number 33, Blake Bentley. 13, Mountain Home 7. We'll be back in 30 with more Raider football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. And the EAB Sports Network.
And the Social Jonesboro are the perfect winning combination for game day. The Social has an amazing, delicious, fantastic, and tasty menu that goes perfect for pre or post game. Plus, the official Red Wolves away game watch party takes place at the Social. What we're saying is, it does not get any better than the Social on Red Wolves game day. Name says it all. Get social at the Social and get ready to howl with fellow A-State Red Wolves fans on every game day. Social at Greensboro Village in Jonesboro.
And we welcome you back to Bomber Stadium, where Nettleton leads Mountain Home 14-7 with 7:28 remaining in the second quarter. Stick around for the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Our special guest is going to be Coach Daryl Dover, the legend, winningest coach in Nettleton history. Daryl Dover will be our guest. And it looks like Mountain Home is going to punt. 4th down and 1, and they are elected to play it conservative and punt the ball. Jordan Pegram gave a good rush, but they get the punt off, and it lands and rolls. The Raiders get away from it, and it rolls all the way down to the 20-yard line, and that's where the Raiders will take over 1st and 10. 7:15 remaining in the second quarter. Nettleton leading 14-7. Nettleton did receive the opening kickoff, so Mountain Home will receive the second half kickoff. Jacob, this would be a good time for about a 7-minute long drive. Just run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, chew up yardage, score before half. That would be a great way to end this first half.
And Nettleton has proven they could do that all night. They've ran the ball very well this game. 2 rushing touchdowns.
Mountain Home going with a 4-man front defensively, as Nettleton has had their way with the defensive line of the Bombers, especially in the first quarter. Maddox Sampton, the sophomore quarterback, he's going to pass. The pass is complete to Cortez Smith. Cortez has got some room. He's at the 50. He's at the 45. He may take it to the house. Dashing down the sideline. They're not going to get him. Cortez Smith into the end zone. Touchdown, Cortez Smith. 80-yard touchdown pass. Touchdown, Raiders.
I think you said it best earlier. One of the best athletes Nettleton has. 80 yards to the house. I mean, you can't get any better than that.
80-yard pass. My goodness. 7:02 remaining in the second quarter, and the Raiders now up 20-7. Joseph Newhung out to try to make it 21-7. And that was just an electric run after the catch there by Cortez Smith. I believe that's Caleb Tedder, who is our PAT holder. Joseph Newhung to kick. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Newhung 3 for 3 on the night, and the Raiders now with a 21-7 lead. I wanted a 7-minute long drive. Instead, I got a 7-second drive, but I'm not going to complain either way.
I mean, yet again, Cortez finds the end zone. I think there's only one way to put that. He has that dog in him.
No doubt about it. I can hear Coach Blake Pitts, who's our offensive line coach last year, and he is coaching in Gravette this year, returned home. And, man, we miss Coach Pitts at Nettleton. Everybody loved that guy. And he talked an awful lot about being a dog, and Cortez Smith was a dog. We got the legendary Coach Dover coming up in the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show, brought to you by the Kavanaugh Auto Group. To see their complete inventory from the comfort of your home, log on to KavanaughCars.com. Going to be great to talk to Coach Dover here in the NEA Baptist broadcast position at Bomber Stadium. Get better with Baptist. Craig Miller, Jacob Linderman, bringing the action to you. Sure glad to have you, Raider Nation, tuned in to Nettleton Raider football on the EAB Sports Network. This Nettleton team was undefeated last year in the regular season, and they are picking up right where they left off as they lead Mountain Home 21-7 with 7:02 remaining in the second quarter. Antonio Alvarez on to kick off for the Raiders for the third time tonight. High kick that is fielded at about the 16-yard line by Mountain Home. He's running up the sideline. Cohen Liggins tackles him out of bounds at about the 43-yard lines. Good diving tackle there by Cohen Liggins, but it's going to be decent field position for Mountain Home. 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Yet again, I'm excited. Nettleton defense comes out. A bunch of great talent on this defense. Murder Man Cam, Jordan Pegram, Keon Stallings, Blake Brown, Jamie Morris. I love to watch them all play.
Hey, it's just as fun to watch the defense at Nettleton as it is the offense for sure. These guys, they are fun to watch. Barnett back to pass on 1st and 10. The pass is complete, and he's got a first down. Tackle made over there in the flats by Cohen Liggins, and Miles Williams. Also in on the stop is Brendan Alexander. 1st and 10 for Mountain Home. Inside Nettleton territory. They got the ball at about the 42-yard line of the Raiders. This Barnett's a good quarterback, Jacob. He's next level. He'll be playing college football next year at Harding. He is tough for sure. They give to the running back, Chenoweth, and he is tackled near the line of scrimmage. There's going to be that's Kylan Shelton on the tackle, but there is a flag on the play.
That's never good.
Well, maybe it's holding against the offensive line. That's what I'm going to be hoping for.
One can dream.
It's a personal foul face mask against the Raiders, and that is going to be a 15-yard penalty, and that one does hurt. Takes the ball from the 43 down, should be about to the 28-yard line if my math is correct, and I was trained by the great Jim McDaniel and Charlene Jernigan. I do know a thing or two about arithmetic. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bombers at the Raider 27-yard line, I guess is where it is. My math is not that good, but that's no fault of Miss Jernigan or Mr. McDaniel, I promise you that. 1st and 10 for the Bombers. Time for the Raider defense to hold again. Quarterback keeper up the middle, and he is tackled by Cohen Liggins and Cam Phillips. It's going to be a short gain, a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Good pursuit there by the Raider linebacker, Cohen Liggins.
He's really stepping up. First varsity game for him as well.
That's right. He's a sophomore. And the coaches brag about what a smart football player he is out there. 2nd down and 8. He's smart. He's also aggressive, as he showed on that play. And the Raiders looked like they were offsides. Pass is complete at about the 16-yard line for Mountain Home. Number 17, Anthony Milborn. I guess they didn't call the offsides, but that is a first down for Mountain Home. 5:36 on the clock. Nettleton leading 21-7. Clock is now rolling. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bombers in the red zone of the Raiders. Ball is at the 17-yard line. Barnett, the quarterback. Chenoweth, the running back, at his right hip. He gives to Chenoweth. He's running left. Makes a cut, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown Chenoweth, touchdown Bombers.
That was a good physical run by Chenoweth. I mean, broke a couple tackles, made smart cuts. All around good play, great blocking. As a Mountain Home fan, you really can't complain about that one. And they're driving the plane.
Yeah, Nettleton scored at about a 7-second drive, and now then Mountain Home answers with about a 2-minute drive. 5:11 on the clock, so Nettleton will get the ball. If all goes well, they'll get the ball with plenty of time to answer. Low snap, fielded, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 5:11 remaining in the second quarter, the Nettleton Raiders now lead Mountain Home 21-14. And I tell you, Jacob, Brady Barnett and that Mountain Home offense, they've been impressive the last couple of drives.
They sure have. I mean, looks like they're unstoppable, but Coach Johnson will fix that at halftime, no doubt.
You can bet the Raiders will make some adjustments. But, hey, let me tell you something. Mountain Home is a very well-coached team, too. Coach Steve Airy, I believe this is his 3rd season here at Mountain Home, and he has turned this program around. Used to, Mountain Home, they were a well-known doormat. Not so anymore. Mountain Home, back deep for the Raiders is Q Thompson and Keandre Pope. They've been kicking it short, and they elect to do so again. That is the ball is fielded by the Raiders. I believe that was Blake Brown who wound up corralling it at the 33-yard line. Ball kind of bounced off of him, scooted forward a little bit, but Blake had the presence of mind to gather it up. No harm, no foul. The Raiders will take over 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. The sophomore quarterback, Maddox Hampton, the Mad Dog, out on the field, in control of this offense. Give some instructions to the dogs on the offensive line. Keandre Pope in the backfield with him. He's going to pass. Looking downfield. He's got a man. It's complete to number 13. That's Q Thompson. Touchdown Raiders. Touchdown Raiders. A 100 minus 33, 67-yard touchdown pass from the Mad Dog to Q Thompson. How about that?
Yet again, another junior touchdown. This game has been very junior dominated for the Nettleton Raiders. Cortez scored twice. Kylan Shelton scored once. Now Q Thompson. You can't complain with this upcoming class of 24 in our Nettleton Raiders.
Right, they're definitely quick strike, that's for sure. 27-14. Nettleton with a couple of one-play drives, and they've got 4 touchdowns. It's 27-14. Joseph Newhung out there on the field trying to make it 4 for 4 from the PAT. He hooks this one, but it does go through the uprights, and so Joseph Newhung 4 for 4 from the PATs. Nettleton, with 4:59 remaining in the second quarter, they have a 28-14 lead. That's what you call blitzkrieg. Is that a proper term? If we were talking martially, talking from war terms, so that is a quick strike offense that the Raiders are displaying out there. Maddox Hampton threw an 80-yard touchdown pass, and right there a 67-yard touchdown pass. I'm doing the math in my head right now, Jacob. That's 147 yards. Thank you, Jim McDaniel. Thank you, Charlie and Jernigan. That's 147 yards
in 2
of
plays.
Passing in 2 plays. Something tells me if you got Maddox Hampton on your fantasy team, you're a very happy person right now.
Only if they made high school fantasy, he'd be on my roster.
No doubt about it.
Him and Cortez Smith both.
No doubt about it. A couple of weapons that Coach Stephen Hampton, Coach Clint Wilson, the offensive coordinator, have at their disposal. They're lighting up the scoreboard so far tonight. 2 touchdown passes by the Mad Dog, and Nettleton on to kick off. Antonio Alvarez. The ball is fielded at about the 15-yard line and returned out to about the 33. Tackle made by Nettleton's number 3, Braylon King. And so Mountain Home, they have it 1st and 10. Ball is at the 33-yard line of the Bombers. 4:53 on the clock. 67 yards of real estate in front of this Mountain Home offense. More importantly, a very tough Nettleton Raider defense in front of. And Nettleton's not even on the field. Nettleton's not even on the field, and they let them start the play.
But still managed to have a flag.
They whistled it down. They whistled the play dead. And honestly, that was good. It was because there was no defense on the field right there. And it's false start against Mountain Home, and that is good. That's why they called and that is why they scored earlier, because Nettleton was not set. So it's a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be first down and 15. Nettleton elects to call a timeout, and now would be a good time for us to take one with them. We'll take a 30-second break. There's 4:53 remaining in the second quarter. Your score is Nettleton 28, Mountain Home 14. We'll be back with more Raider football after this 30-second break on NTV and the EAB Sports Network. EAB Sports Network.
Nettleton Raiders on Bob FM 1013 KIYS HD2 Walnut Ridge Jonesboro, KIYS HD2 K231 BB College City Jonesboro, KIYS HD4 Walnut Ridge Jonesboro, and KIYS HD4 K267 AS Piggott.
This is Bear with Bear Auto Group. There's nothing that brings our communities together like high school sports. No matter what the score says, it's a win feeling to get party. At Bear, we want you to have the feeling anytime you come in for dealership. Good credit, bad credit, no no problem. Don't buy anywhere else until you shop at Bear location near you. Go to the back, get a Bear team. Because why pay more?
And we welcome you back to Bomber Stadium. Play underway. It was a 30-second timeout, obviously. That was an incomplete pass. It's second down and 15 for Mountain Home. 4:48 remaining in the second quarter. Nettleton up 28-14. This Mountain Home Bomber offense, they play fast, and they prefer to play when there's not a defense lined up against them. Second down and 15. Barnett in the gun. Chenoweth in the backfield with him. Raider defense set. 3 down linemen. Draw play. Chenoweth up the middle, and he is pretty good running back for sure. He's brought down at the 40-yard line, about 2 yards shy of the first down. A couple of Raiders a little bit slow getting up. David Weesey, the sophomore linebacker on the stop. Looks like Jamie Morris and Weesey both down, and that looks like cramps. It looks like cramps, and Jamie Morris is jogging over to the sideline. Weesey is going to be staying in. So it'll be third down and 2 for the Bombers, and I believe they have called another timeout. I tell you what, we're going to keep it right here. We almost got burned on that last timeout. There's an injury timeout. We will keep it right here. If you're just now joining us, Nettleton has a 28-14 lead over Mountain Home. They outscored Mountain Home 14-0 in the first quarter, and both teams have scored 2 touchdowns. Both teams have scored 14 points each in the second quarter. Third down and 2 for Mountain Home here in the waning minutes of the second half. Barnett, quarterback keeper, and it's going to be close to a first down. Looks like it may be just a little bit short, so it's going to be 4th down and inches, and they may call an official's timeout for a measurement. That's exactly what they're going to do. He was met there by the interior part of the Nettleton defensive line. It looks like he is short. 4th down and about a half a yard, maybe about a foot, and they are going to call a timeout for a measurement. Much to the chagrin of Coach Darrell Dover. He's in the booth with us already. He's going to be our guest on the Kavanaugh Auto halftime show. Make sure you hang around for that. Coach Dover, Raider fans, this make you feel better. He says it's not even close to being a first down. We'll see if Coach Dover is right. They got the sticks out there. They pull it tight, and it is just a little bit short. Well, actually, they're giving it first down. They're giving him a first down. Looked to be short from here, but it's not my opinion that matters. It's the referee, and he said it was good for a first down. So there's 4:06 remaining in the second quarter. Mountain Home with a new set of downs. They are at their 42-yard line, moving left to right on your radio dial. Barnett in the backfield. One receiver to his left, three to his right. Chenoweth in the backfield with him. High snap. He's back to pass. Down deep and incomplete. Good coverage there by Kylan Shelton. The ball was intended for number 22, Jeff Hannaford. It's going to be second down and 10 for Mountain Home. 3:45 to play.
We've seen a lot of good stuff from Kylan Shelton on both sides of the ball today. Scoring a touchdown and playing lockdown coverage. You can't complain with a junior like that.
Yeah, Kylan Shelton scored a touchdown offensively, and he is one of the few guys on Nettleton that sees action on both sides of the ball. It's second down and 10. They stopped the clock at 3:34. They let it run a little bit longer than they should have after that incomplete pass. Barnett, quarterback keeper, up the middle, finds a hole. Gain of about 8.5, maybe 9 yards. He's close to a first down. It's going to be third down and close to a yard for Mountain Home. We'll call it third down and one. Barnett gives to Chenoweth. Met at the line of scrimmage, and he is thrown backwards by Cam Phillips. So they're going to give him forward progress, however, and that's going to move the chains. It'll be a first down for the Bombers. 3:09 remaining in the half. Nettleton defense. Be awfully nice to have a stop. With Mountain Home getting the ball in the third quarter, be good to go into the break with at least a 14-point lead. Right now, that's what it is. Nettleton 28, Mountain Home 14. First and 10 for Mountain Home on the Raider 47. Barnett, quarterback keeper, bounces out to the left, has first down yardage, is bulls forward through Miles Williams, but Miles is able to shove him out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's going to be first and 10 for Mountain Home. It looks like they spotted the ball at about the 27-yard line of the Raiders, 26-yard line maybe. Big run there by that quarterback, Blake Barnett. There is a flag on the play. It's holding against Mountain Home. And, Jacob, that's a big penalty.
That is huge. After a great run by Brady Barnett, Brady, he reminds me a lot of Cameron Scarlett, the way he runs the football.
Ooh, that's high praise right there. That is high praise.
No, I mean, of course, Cameron is always probably the best quarterback in the history.
Maybe so. Maybe so. It's first down and 8 for Mountain Home after that 10-yard spot foul. So, obviously, the penalty occurred downfield. 2:46 to play in the second quarter. Barnett from the gun. He's going to pass this time. Pass is complete to number 5, and he's got some running room. He's got the first down. He's brought down by Cortez Smith, but not before he gains a first down. He's down to the 24-yard line of the Raiders. 2:34 remaining on the clock. Big play right there, and a good run by Dylan Drury after the catch.
There's great blocking on that pass play.
First and 10 for Mountain Home. We got a shootout here at Mountain Home, folks. Back to pass, and now scrambling is their quarterback. He's got some positive yardage. He dives forward out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. It looks like inside the 10-yard line. I believe it's going to be first down and goal to go for Mountain Home just inside the 10. Now is the time for this Raider defense to stiffen their backs. 2:19 to play in the second quarter. Nettleton leading 28-14. Barnett rolling to his left, looking to pass. It is incomplete, intended for, and I can't read his number, Drury, but it's incomplete. He was at the goal line. He would have caught it. Would have been a touchdown, but it was incomplete. So it's going to be second down and goal to go for Mountain Home from the 9.
And who else to be there on the coverage than Kylan Shelton? What a wonderful defensive player. I mean, great defensive coverage all night from Kylan.
Kylan is, as you mentioned earlier, very astutely, Jacob. He's done a good job offensively and defensively. He's a good football player. Second down and goal to go from the 9. Barnett. Chenoweth in the backfield. Gives to Chenoweth. Looking to his left. There is the sophomore sensation, number 51, Keon Stallings, making the tackle. It's going to be technically a tackle for loss as he loses a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd down and goal to go. The ball is marked at the 11-yard line of the Raiders. Mountain Home trying to score here before half. 1:51 on the clock, and the clock is ticking. Barnett in the gun. In no hurry to get the play off. Late ball, 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line. The Mad Dog, Maddox Sampton, in the shotgun. He's sending on the 1-yard line. He gives it to the Pope. The Pope running right side, nothing there. And actually might have gained a half a yard. It's 2nd down and 9 for the Raiders. The clock is at 1:14. The Raiders may be content just to let the clock roll down to 0. Mountain Home does have 1 timeout. 2 timeouts. Yeah, correction. They do have 1 timeout left, so we can run the clock down to 0, and it looks like that's what Coach Hampton is going to be content to do. 50 seconds on the clock and ticking. The Mad Dog gives it to the Pope. The Pope, running right side, has some positive yardage, a gain of 2 or 3. He's brought down at about the 10-yard line, and that should be the last play of the first half. Clock is at 29, and the game clock is at, well, the game clock is more than that, so they're not even going to have to snap it. Now, I guess they can call a timeout if they want to force the issue here, but it looks like they're not doing that. The clock is at 15 seconds and ticking. And so the Raiders are going to go into halftime with a 14-point lead, 28-14, after a wild and woolly second quarter where both teams had their way offensively with their counterparts. Clock hits 0:00, and at the half, mercy daddy, the Nettleton Raiders lead Mountain Home 28-14. Don't you go anywhere, folks. When we come back, we're going to have the Kavanaugh Auto halftime show brought to you by the Kavanaugh Auto Group. If you want to see their complete inventory, you can do so from the comfort of your home. Just log on to KavanaughCars.com. We'll take a 3-minute break, and when we come back, we will be joined in the broadcast booth by the old ball coach himself, the Nettleton legend, the winningest coach in Nettleton history, Coach Daryl Dover. He'll be our guest on the Kavanaugh Auto halftime show after these messages. We'll take a 3-minute break. Coach Dover up next on the halftime show. You're listening to Raider Football on NTV and the EAB Sports Network.
Feel like you're stuck in the old days? It's time to catch up with Empower, delivered by Craig Henry. Thanks to Empower, you don't have to wait for high-speed cutting-edge technology makes our services more reliable and faster than competition. Call 870-336-0999 to check internet availability in your area. That's 870-336-0999. Empower high-speed internet for your neck of the woods.
For me, rice farming isn't a profession. It's been my life for more than 30 years. And as owner of Delaplane Seed, I've been the region's rice tech leader for more than a decade. Every planting season, I'm in the fields right along with you, and we're figuring out how to make sure bushels mean dollars together. From selecting your hybrid rice to free on-farm delivery and one-on-one consultation, I'd like to help your rice fields see more profit this season. I'm Terry Gray, Delaplane Seed. Call me today at 870-249-3447 and let's talk about your best rice options.
Hiring other AC companies can be risky. Aside from being unlicensed and uninsured, they may not have the skills needed to get the job done correctly. You can trust More Air Conditioning to do the job right. Our technicians are highly qualified, background checked, and expertly trained. So next time, forget burning the pan and call More Air Conditioning. 870-336-2023 or visit us at moreac.com.
We won't be beat. Tire Service is the low price leader on tires. And if you do manage to find a lower price on a comparable tire, we'll match it with our low price pledge. Stretch your dollars with outstanding deals for Plaza Tire Service on tires for your car, van, truck, crossover, SUV, and more. Plaza Tire Service has a huge selection of tires in stock and ready to install today. Plus, get 6 months deferred interest on purchases of $149 or more with your Plaza Tire Service car. For the best deal on tires, see Plaza Tire Service.
When you bank at First Securities, you're choosing better for yourself and fellow Arkansans. Better service, from friendly professionals who really invest in your goal. Better solutions with convenient tools and smart resources. And better support for the things that matter to you, as well as the communities that matter to us all. Because finding your better First Security makes Arkansas better too. First Security. Think better. Member FDIC.
Don't let your credit stop you from getting yours. Drive deal to the max and deal for financing you. Automax of Jonesboro. Folks, great of you. If you need to upgrade your ride, don't worry about the past. Come to Automax. Automax will financing fit your budget with affordable monthly payments and low down payments. Give us a call at 870-934-9200 or speed up your approval by applying online at automatchjonesboro.com. And hey, we buy cars too, even if you don't buy ours. So if you're looking to buy new, give us a chance to buy yours and ensure you get the most of your trading. Automax, financing you.
And we welcome you to the halftime show brought to you by the Kavanaugh Auto Group. If you want to see their complete inventory, then just check them out. Log on to KavanaughCars.com on your computer or on your cellular device, whatever you may access the internet. You can from your lazy chair, you can check out the complete inventory, Kavanaugh Auto Group. They bring you the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. We have a very special guest. We'll introduce him in just a second. But real quick, just to recap this game, Nettleton leads 28-14 at half. Nettleton dominated the first quarter. The offense just marched down the field at will. The guys that actually punched the ball into the end zone was starting off as Kylan Shelton, a 30-yard run with 10:18 remaining in the first quarter. Made it 7-0 after a Joseph Newhung PAT. And then Cortez Smith with a 2-yard touchdown run. Quarterback just a heck of a pass downfield. The Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton, to Q Thompson. 67-yard touchdown pass with 4:59. That made the score 28-14 after the Newhung PAT, and that's where the score is right now. We are joined in the NEA Baptist broadcast position by Coach Daryl Dover. Coach Dover, thank you so much for being on the halftime show with us.
Well, thanks for having me.
Well, I want to say, first of all, I owe this man so much. Not only did he have a great impact on my life as a coach, but he is the man most responsible for me working at Nettleton. He's the man who reached out to me and made it to where he hired me, basically, to where I could be doing the job that I'm doing right now. I'll be forever indebted to you, Coach. So that's probably one of the worst mistakes you made as an educator.
No, completely opposite. One of the best ones you've done. I've been gone for, I guess, 4 years now, and I don't think I've missed a game that y'all have produced. And hats off to you and your students for producing such a good product.
Thank you so much, sir. Coach is he wore a lot of hats at Nettleton, was a coach, obviously the winningest coach in Nettleton history, was the athletic director, a principal, high school principal, and various other roles that he played and did such a good job. Coach, I will say this, you've been gone now for several years. You are definitely missed at Nettleton. I know a lot of people out there are excited about you being on the broadcast tonight. Fill us in from the first. What are you up to these days?
Most of the time I'm visiting with my grandkids. That's the reason that we moved to Northwest Arkansas, to be around my grandkids. So we spent an awful lot of time with them.
Gotcha. So you're in Fayetteville now? Is that
I'm
right?
in Bentonville.
Bentonville. All right.
Capital Walmart.
Yeah, very good. Very good. I think that's a corporation that just might make it.
Yeah, they got a chance.
Coach Daryl Dover, our guest on the Kavanaugh Auto Group's halftime show. Were you able to make it to some Razorback games while you were there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I make it to a lot of football games and baseball games.
You got your Razorback sports, you got your grandkids. To me, that spells a pretty dang good retirement.
We are really enjoying the time that we have with them.
Well, that's awesome to hear, Coach. Let's talk about your time at Nettleton. I think I was there for most of it. I guess all of it, really, in one capacity or the other. But what year did you start at Nettleton, and what year did you retire?
1980 and retired in 2017. 39 years,
39
if my math's correct.
Well, and you didn't.
No, 37. I had 2 years at Walton Ridge.
You did not have Jim McDaniel. That's
I did not. That's correct.
So 37 years
at Nettleton. Yes.
At Nettleton. Now, most people don't realize this, but I know it. When we restarted the baseball program at Nettleton back in 1986, you were Nettleton's first baseball coach in the modern era. What are some of your fond memories about starting the baseball program there?
Well, just the excitement of the kids to have a baseball program. And, of course, we started it on a shoestring budget. Had to practice over by the middle school with no fence, no backstop. And, of course, we chased the balls down the ditch half the time. But it was a lot of fun. Played our games out at Legion Field.
Right.
But, the kids, I think, enjoyed it. Of course, Coach Fowler, who's one of the best baseball coaches in Arkansas, followed up and really turned the program into a really great program.
Well, he learned so much from you, though.
No. On baseball, he didn't.
He definitely did a good job for sure. But people don't realize, you go to Nettleton now and you see the world-class baseball facilities. I promise you, we got the best baseball press box in the state. I know you were largely responsible for making that happen. Just a tremendous facility there. They don't know what it was like. We didn't have a field to practice on. We didn't have a field to play on. I mean, we had, I think, 2 bats, some catcher's equipment.
About a dozen balls.
But we had some boys that wanted to play baseball.
Yes, we did. Had some good players. They won games despite me.
And I do want the record to state that I was a freshman on that team. I largely sat on the bench with Coach Dover, but Coach Dover did let me, when Herb, our bus driver, couldn't do it, he let me coach first base. And I think I did a pretty good job. My mom said I did a good job.
I asked you for advice one game, and I took your advice, and the next guy hit a home run, so I don't remember.
That's right. That was in the district tournament. Yeah, and Coach Dover turns to me, should I pitch to this guy? I said, well, yeah, Coach, we got to pitch to him. Next pitch over the fence for a home run. That's the last time Coach Dover ever asked my advice for anything. Well, obviously, you coached some baseball at Nettleton, but you're mostly remembered as being a football coach, still the winningest coach in school history. Coach, I want to hit this from this angle. In the history of Nettleton High School, there have been 4 undefeated teams. You coached 2 of them, the 1987 Raiders and the 1994 Raiders. There was an undefeated team in 1975, and, of course, last year's team was undefeated. But Coach Dover was the coach for the 2 in the middle, the 87 and the 94 Raiders. That's a big deal, and I want to talk about those 2 teams. What do you remember about the 1987 Raiders?
Well, we were a very physical football team. It was a predominantly run-oriented football, play-action, pass. I think that was your group.
It was.
And so, had some real tough football players on that team, very physical, and had a great season. We unfortunately ran in. Back then, only 2 teams from each conference got to go to the playoffs, so unfortunately we had to play England, who was very, very good. In fact, I think I'm not sure if they didn't win it that year. But we had a great season, great team.
Great season, and you mentioned some tough guys on that. I think about the first thing that pops to my mind is Brian Webb. I was a scout team hero in junior high, and I had to run up against Brian Webb. Or actually, he run me over is what happened. But you had Brian Webb in the backfield, Dale Lipford in the backfield, and the speedy quarterback, Brian Carter.
Yes. That's all I'll say.
He was more of a passing quarterback.
Yes, he was. He was an outstanding quarterback. That team had a lot of football IQ. Very smart kids, knew how to play the game, and like I said, they had 2 great years.
They did.
87, 88 were great years.
Yes, both of them. Didn't go undefeated my senior year. Did not
Green
go
County
undefeated.
Tech upset us, I think, the second game.
That's right. I think they were 9-1 in that season. But those 2 years, they were 19-1.
Yep.
And that's pretty teams. But the other undefeated team that you coached was 1994. Now, I believe that was the year after Andy Shatley had graduated.
Correct.
And they go undefeated the year after one of the greatest athletes in Nettleton history graduates. What do you remember about that 1994 team?
Very, they were completely different than the 87. That team was more of a spread type. We ran the option. Roger McMillan was a quarterback, did an outstanding job of running the offense. A very good team. And then, of course, we ran into the Lone Oak Jackrabbits in the playoffs again. There's only 2 teams got to go,
right,
and they beat us in overtime.
Was that first round?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That was first
Back
round.
then they didn't have it.
And like you said, there was only 2 teams that made it. These days, you make the playoffs as the undefeated conference champs. You're going to be playing a 4 seed.
Right.
And a lot of times, it's an easier game. But back then, there were no cream puffs in the playoffs.
No, everybody in the playoffs back then were very good.
And Lone Oak beat us in
overtime.
I remember
and
watching.
They won the state championship.
They did win the state championship. So that's how – there's never been a state championship in Nettleton history. That might be –
in the summer because, that year he was a backup and really didn't throw the ball very well. But then he came back that summer and was throwing in the gym. And I had to call Coach Tennyson and said, you need to get up here and hurry because he can throw it. So he threw to his dad every day in that summer and just made himself into a player.
I love it. The great Dr. Roger McMillan, a great veterinarian, and just such a wonderful family. And what a team that was. Are there any other teams that stand out in your memory that you coached, or maybe that you were athletic director whenever
well, you know, I think the 2000 team, I think, you know, we moved up to 5A. And that was the first year we made the playoffs.
Man that I hold in the highest regard. You mentioned that you got to see the Raiders play last year, probably on the live stream. I don't know if I saw you at any games.
No, it's all on television.
Well, what did you think about last year's historic season, and how would you compare that team to some of the all-time great Nettleton teams?
I thought that they were a fun team to watch. Of course, Cameron was an outstanding quarterback. Had a couple of outstanding receivers, and they could run the ball, they could throw the ball, so they were very hard to defend. So, you know, that's why they had such a great year.
Right.
Now, as far as, I mean, comparing teams, it's hard to do because I don't want to say one's better than another. We've had several good teams. Coach Hampton's had 2 or 3 really good teams since he's been there.
Right.
And Coach Nick's had a couple of good teams before I got there. So, you know, that's a good kid, and you know, he never got the big head. You know, he just took it in stride and just was a great teammate and was a joy to watch.
I think the good Lord blesses people with what they can handle. Could you imagine if I would have had that kind of season, how big my head would have been?
Well, we couldn't found a helmet to fit it, I don't think.
That's for sure. But Derek Lawson, and he's a salt-of-the-earth guy, you know, very big part of the community, always willing to come back to the school and talk to the kids, do whatever. Had a great career at ASU.
Yes.
Love Derek Lawson. All right. I'm put you on the spot here, Coach, and you can punt and say you don't want to answer. That's fine. But the greatest quarterback in Nettleton history.
Just pure athletic ability.
Right.
I mean, you know, we had some kids that were great quarterbacks, but if you want to limit it to athletic ability and quarterback, and I would think those 4 probably would be in the top 4.
Good answer. I love that. Greatest team in Nettleton history.
Well, I'll pass on that one.
Gotcha. Hard to say.
It's hard to say. I mean, we've had some very good football teams. I mean, of course, you know, when we were in the lower classification, you know, we dominated for a while. And then when we moved up, it took us a while to get going. And then Coach Hampton has really taken over and done an outstanding job. I mean, I can't speak any higher of him, the job that he's done since he's been here.
Got to be one of your greatest hires in your career at
Nettleton. What
besides
you?
I think that's way up here compared to me for sure. But this is his 10th year, and man, he has done a phenomenal job.
Tremendous man, Christian man, who teaches kids more than just football.
No doubt. I am very thankful, and his wife is there smiling at you through the window, but I'm very thankful that my son is under his influence and has been the last 2 years. I'm very thankful my son was on last year's team. Very proud of that. Offensive lineman, back whenever I played for you, you never would have dreamed that I would have an offensive lineman for a son, would you?
No, you know, and I saw in the paper the day his size, and it kind of shocked me. I didn't realize, because when I left, he wasn't that big. So he has grown quite a bit in the last 4 years.
He likes the weight room a lot more than his dad.
Well, if he goes in the door, he liked it more.
For sure. We're very proud of Kobe for sure, and very thankful for Coach Hampton and his influence on all the boys. And we're just about 2 minutes away from the kickoff. So let me ask you just real quickly, your thoughts on tonight's game so far.
Well, I think both offenses have clicked real well. I think, you know, turnovers has hurt both teams. Mm-hmm. You know, we fumbled down there and gave them a touchdown, and they fumbled and kept them from getting one.
Right.
But, you know, I think we have a little more team speed, so I expect us to try to get the ball on the edges more and throw the ball more in the second half. But they played well. For the first game of the year, they've executed well outside that one little, you know, mishap. But, you know, first games, you never know what's going to happen. So, but they look very, very well-oiled machine here for the first game.
Love it. Coach Dover, it's been an honor to have you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yes, sir. And you are welcome anytime. You just give me a call any game you want to come to, Heck, I'll throw the headset on you, let you call color. I'll let you call play-by-play if you want to. You do whatever you want to.
No.
There's nobody in the history of Nettleton that's done more for the athletic program, not just the football team, the athletic program, than you. You've got
I
a great.
appreciate that. Had a lot of help now. A lot of good superintendents, a lot of good school board members.
Yes, sir.
You know, they supported Nettleton very strongly and allowed us to do some things. It's all about the kids.
That's right.
It's all about the kids.
Always has been, always will be.
And again, thank you guys for all the video streaming you've done. I haven't got to watch a lot of basketball and football over these years and really enjoy it.
Well, glad that
y'all
you're
do
watching.
A great job.
It means the world to me to know that you're on the other end. That's
other side of the state.
Other side of the state. That's Coach Daryl Dover. He is kind enough to be our halftime guest. Let's take a 30-second break. 30-second break. When we come back, we'll have the second half. Raiders lead in 2018. Second half when we come back. Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
For lunch and dinner. And
Very dominated by a couple of our outstanding juniors. Curtis Smith took one to the house, 80 yards.
Yes.
Hugh Thompson, I think 67 yards.
That's right.
Colin Shelton took one to the house. Cortez also ran one to the house. You can't go wrong with our couple of juniors that are strong in our foundation of offense and our defense. You can never go wrong with Raider defense with Coach AJ out there, defensive coordinating us.
How about that sophomore quarterback, Maddox Hampton? He's definitely had a huge first half, his first varsity start.
He has.
You can tell he's got a lot of athletic genes from his father and his mother. Stephen and Summer Hampton. Kickoff underway, fielded at the 10-yard line. Antonio Alvarez boots it, running toward the middle of the field. The Bomber return man gets it out to about 30 to the 39. That is number 20, Tony Fox. And the Bombers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line.
Brought down by Junebug. Junebug with a great fundamental play on that tackle.
Derek Island Jr. with the stop. The world-famous Junebug. Great young man from a great family. We love the Junebug. We love the Island family at Nettleton. 1st and 10, Mountain Home going to work. Barnett in the backfield. Chenoweth in the backfield with him, the running back. Raider defense got the hard hats on. Little swing pass left side complete. Gain of about 5, maybe 6. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 for Mountain Home. It looked like Keon Stallings in on the stop over there.
We've seen a great first half of play by Barnett. He's really the head and foundation of this Bomber offense.
Hey, let me tell you something. He's a heck of a high school football player for sure. Barnett, Brady Barnett. He is committed to play football next year at Harding. He is definitely a next-level talent. 2nd down and 3, gives to Chenoweth, and he is met by Blake Brown. Blake Brown said, "How do you do, Mrs. Wiley?" Tackle for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down and a long 4 for Mountain Home. And it looks like Blake is a little slow getting up. It looks to be a cramp. Nick, our great athletic trainer, is going out there to work on him, and that's all it is. It's a cramp. Anytime you see a young man laying on the field, you kind of get a little bit of a start. You're a little bit afraid, but that's obviously just a cramp. And the temperature out there is 79 degrees and humid. You're going to see a lot of that probably in the second half. Blake is up, and he is walking to the sideline. Let's hope that they can get that cramp taken care of, because I can't tell you how important Blake Brown is to this Raider defense. It's 3rd down and 4 for Mountain Home. How about a big Raider stop? How about a big defensive stop from this Raider defense? They give to Chenoweth. Chenoweth makes a cut. He is hit by Cohen Liggins and stopped short of the 1st down. In on the stop also, besides Liggins, is number 7, Jamie Morris. It's going to be a gain of a couple. It's going to be 4th down and a long 2 for Mountain Home. And let's see if the Bombers opt to go for it or if they punt it away. The Raiders lead 28-14.
Liggins had a great varsity start. Started off with an interception to start his career.
They're going for it. 4th down and 2, they're going for it. Give to Chenoweth, bounces out left. He's hit in the backfield and stopped short of the 1st down. Jamie Morris, and I believe that was Cam Phillips in on the stop. Turnover on downs, first down Raiders.
You know it's a bad day when Murder Man Cam's in the backfield. Can't go wrong with Cam Phillips.
He's big-time player, and he made a big-time play right there. Cam Phillips forces gets a tackle and forces a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. They have a 28-14 lead, 10:26 remaining in the third quarter. Maddox Sampton, the sophomore quarterback, making his very first varsity start. Led the Junior Raiders to great success last season, but he's making his first high school start, and he comes out, and there is a flag on the field. There's a coach out there on the field, and he's having to be restrained by some of his players. Not sure exactly what it is. A Mountain Home Bomber coach out there all the way to the field to complain to an official, it looked like, had a flag called against him. He's walking back to the sideline right now. I have to say, I do not know. I guess that is Coach Steve Airy. Yeah, it's a sideline warning against Mountain Home, and I don't know what you have to do to get a penalty, because he was out there like a baseball manager arguing, and he gets a warning. I would like to see an unsportsmanlike conduct 15-yard penalty right there.
I think you see Ollie Marmel do that. Another strong play by that Bomber defense, but Raider offense is ready. They're jumping out there.
The Mad Dog, Maddox Sampson, in an empty backfield. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. 3rd down and a long 5 for the Raiders. The Mad Dog gets the instructions from the sideline. It's a quarterback draw right up the middle, and he is tackled near the line of scrimmage. Going to be stopped well short of the first down. They don't throw him to the ground, but forward progress stopped. It's going to be 4th down, and we'll call it 6 for the Raiders. Definitely a punting situation here for Nettleton. 9 minutes on the clock in the third quarter. Nettleton has a 28-14 lead over Mountain Home. Maddox Sampson, who is the quarterback and the punter, he is deep in the backfield in Nettleton's unorthodox punting formation. Snap is good. The kick is up and good and fielded. It's a fair catch called inside the 20-yard line, actually about the 14-yard line, and that's where Mountain Home will take over 1st and 10. So both defenses, and after a quarter that was dominated by the offenses, both defenses will come out with a stop here in the third quarter.
Looks like both defensive coordinators made great changes, especially Coach Johnson. We're looking forward to see the Raider defense make another stop here.
Raider defense out on the field. Mountain Home. Brady Barnett, the quarterback. Swing pass complete, but he's giving him a few inches. It's going to be 3rd and long. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 for Mountain Home. Ball on the 16-yard line.
I think it was said best earlier. Cortez, probably one of the best athletes on our team, lays the wood there.
Yeah, that was a good fundamental tackle for sure.
As Coach Johnson would say, he took his ACLs with barbecue sauce.
Coach Johnson has a way with words, that's for sure. 3rd down and 7 for Mountain Home. Barnett, Chenoweth in the backfield with him. He's back to pass. Pass is incomplete. It's going to be 4th down and 7 for Mountain Home. So it looks like another stop by this Raider defense. Coach Alan Johnson making some good adjustments at half.
This is where you want to be if you're the Raider defense, forcing 2 back-to-back stops. I mean, this Raider defense is unstoppable right now.
They are playing very good defensive football, and there's an old saying, Jacob, and like Jerry Lauder says, old sayings don't get to become old sayings unless there's something to them. Defense wins championships. The punt is up and away. Cortez tries to field it. It's a loose ball, and Nettleton gets it. Woo, boy, that was close. Cordarius Thompson tried to field the punt at about the 40-yard line and went off of him, and thankfully the June Bug was there to recover the fumble. Derek Island Jr. with a huge play on special teams. That would have been not good for the Raiders if that would have wound up in the Bombers' possession. As it is, though, the June Bug recovers the muff punt, and Nettleton will take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Looks like they're just still going away from the ball and just couldn't get under it in time and bounce off his chest pads.
1st and 10 for the Raiders. Mad Dog with 2 backs in the backfield with him, Tedder and Pope. Gives to the Pope. Pope plants his foot, drives forward, and is tackled inside Mountain Home territory. It's going to be a gain of 4. Second down and 6 for the Raiders.
With the Pope in the backfield, you could always count on him. Very religious run game here for the Raiders.
Second down and 4 for Nettleton. And into the game to play quarterback is Curtez Smith. This Wildcat package. He's going to run it himself. Rolling to his right. He passes. The pass is complete to Tedder. Caleb Tedder has the first down. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. He is tackled from behind inside the 10-yard line. So on the run-pass option, Curtez Smith, big play to Caleb Tedder.
I think we've said it all day. Curtez Smith is probably the best athlete. He's ran, he's received, and now he's thrown, and all have gotten positive yards.
He can do it all for sure. The Raiders junior Curtez Smith. And how about that run after the catch by Caleb Tedder? It's 1st and 10 for the Raiders. 1st and goal for the Raiders. Ball is to be on the 8-yard line. 1st down and goal to go. The Mad Dog back in at quarterback. He gives to the Pope. Pope is hit immediately in the backfield. A stunning linebacker blitzed, and it's going to be a short loss on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and goal to go. Ball is going to be marked at about the 12-yard line, it looks like.
That was a good blitz there by Mountain Home. There's not much you can do as an offensive line when that many guys are coming in towards you.
Yeah, good call there by the Mountain Home defensive coordinator. 2nd down and goal to go. Ball on the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton, the sophomore quarterback, looks to the sideline, gets the play. The Pope in the backfield with him. He's passing. Intended for Curtez Smith. Curtez goes up, makes the catch. Touchdown, Raiders. Just a dynamic throw, a strike from the Mad Dog, and Curtez jumps up, holds it in. Touchdown, Nettleton. We're up 34-14.
Are you kidding me with that catch? Curtez Smith with an amazing grab, with a great throw from Maddox Hampton. I think, as the kids would say, Curtez mossed that receiver after Randy Moss. I mean,
that was a thing of beauty. And what a throw there by the Mad Dog. In the front corner of the end zone, he just threw a strike and relied on the athleticism of his receiver to out-jump the defender, and that's exactly what Curtez did. Big-time play, good score for the Raiders. Joseph Newhung is on, and he kicks his 5th PAT of the game, and that makes the score Nettleton 35, Mountain Home 14, with 5:26 remaining in the third quarter.
This Raider offense has proven that they're going to be the top dogs tonight. They've scored 5 times. Maddox Hampton, 3 passing touchdowns. Curtez, 3 touchdowns himself, 1 on the ground, 2 in the air. Q Thompson, Kylan Shelton, they're just all working together prominently, and they're scoring and winning the game.
And that's the reason why the Raiders have a 35-14 lead here in the third quarter. Outstanding job by Coach Hampton and Coach Clint Wilson, the offensive coordinators. They really dialed up a very good plan tonight. And as you mentioned, Jacob, they're utilizing all their weapons from the run game. And Maddox Hampton, it's his 3rd touchdown pass of the night. What a night the sophomore quarterback is having so far.
And if high school fantasy exists, you want Maddox Hampton and Curtez Smith on your team.
Yeah, I don't know if there is such a thing as high school fantasy football, but if there is, here's a little bit of fantasy football advice from Jacob Linderman and the TMC. Get Maddox Hampton on your team. He's going to be putting up big numbers for your fantasy team this season, as is Curtez Smith for sure. Antonio Alvarez on to kick off for the 6th time tonight, the 5th time after a Raider touchdown. It's a high end-over-end kick that is fielded at the 15-yard line. See if Nettleton get a little better coverage this time. And, well, they've got another good return past the 40, near the 50-yard line. A good return by Mountain Home. That is that's one area the Raiders are going to be working on, I'm sure, this week is kickoff coverage, because Mountain Home every kickoff return tonight seems like it's been 30, 35 yards.
And that returner really dodged a bullet. Jamie Morris just missed that tackle.
Yep, he sure did. And that would have pinned them down inside their own 20-yard line. As it is, it's 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. At their own 47, that's where Mountain Home will take over on offense. Barnett looking downfield is incomplete, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, and just almost intercepted by the June bug. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
It looks like we have a player down right now, and that's Jamie Morris. That's a guy you don't want to see out.
That's for sure. Morris is laying on his stomach, and let's hope that is just a cramp.
Or maybe the wind knocked out of him. I just hope he's back this game.
Yeah, Jamie Morris being checked on. Coach Stephen Hampton is out to check on Jamie as well. It looks like he's holding the trainer is checking his hamstring. I bet you it is a hamstring cramp is what I bet you that it is. Yeah, they're giving him the double stretch right now. It looks like they're setting him up for the old wishbone. Thankfully, this is not wrestling. This is football. But they were setting him up for a sinister move. Coach Stephen Hampton and Nick, the trainer, they're stretching him out. It's merely a cramp is all it is, and all of Raider Nation breathes a sigh of relief because Jamie Morris, the carpenter, he's one guy on the defensive side, Jacob, that don't want to lose for sure.
No doubt.
And I tell you what, as they're working on him, why don't we take a 30-second break? It looks like they're going to be a little bit. So 30-second break, more Raider. It's with 5:14 remaining in the third quarter. Raiders up 35-14. Never mind. My apologies to our producer, Ryan James, back at the AB studio. We're just going to keep it right here because right as I said, let's go to break, Jamie gets up, and he's definitely walking off the field very gingerly, kind of hopping off the field under his own power. And hopefully they'll get that cramp worked out, and Jamie will be back on the field sooner rather than later. 5:14 remaining in the third quarter. Nettleton up 35-14 over Mountain Home. Nettleton beat Mountain Home last year 28-21, but they were down 21-7 at half. Nettleton led this game 28-14 at half. They have scored the only touchdown in the second half here in the third quarter. They lead 35-14. Barnett gives to the running back, and he is met initially by Cohen Liggins in the backfield. Correction, that's not Cohen Liggins. That is number 54.
It's Clark Phillips.
Clark Phillips. So Clark Phillips making the initial contact. Cohen Liggins cleaned it up. It's 3rd down and 7 for Mountain Home. Good to see Clark Phillips out there making some noise. 3rd and 7. Brady back to pass, rolling to his right, looking downfield. It is caught. It is complete, and it's just good for a first down. That is number 18, Talon Palmer, and there is a flag on the play. So let's see what the call is there, and we do have an injured Raider.
And that's a guy you don't want to see down. That's Jordan Pegram.
Jordan Pegram. Let's hope that Jordan is just suffering with the cramp. So Jordan Pegram and the injured Raider, and Nick is coming out to check on him. And it does appear to be a cramp for Jordan. And still waiting on the officials sign what the penalty is. Personal foul against the offense. Personal foul against the offense. The referee hit his head. Illegal contact to the head, perhaps.
Might be targeting.
Maybe targeting. Maybe some type of illegal block. In any event, it is a personal foul, a 15-yard penalty. Big penalty against Mountain Home, and it'll back them up to their own territory. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for Mountain Home. The ball backed up to their own 46-yard line. The bigger story right now is Jordan Pegram, the All-State defensive lineman, down on the field. He's up now. He's walking under his own power. He's walking very gingerly. It sure looks to be a cramp. That's all it is. Coach Hampton is carrying his helmet. If you got a player the caliber of Jordan Pegram, you'd carry his helmet too. Nick is helping him off the field. And they're going to try to get a play off. Nick is still on the field with Jordan Pegram. This Mountain Home offense very opportunistic about trying to run offensive plays when the Raiders ain't all the way ready. 4:39 to play in the third quarter. Nettleton leading 35-14. Want to encourage everybody to hang around for the post-game show brought to you by Moore Air Conditioning. Make sure you listen to my friend Will Oswalt as he has the scoreboard show on the EAB Sports Network. Brady back to pass. It is incomplete. Incomplete. On the defense is Brandon Alexander for the Raiders. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
The beat since last season. He's back where he was.
No doubt about it. Still as dominant as ever. I'm glad he's a Nettleton Raider. It's 3rd down and 9 for Mountain Home. The quarterback back to pass. Looking downfield. It is intercepted. Intercepted by the Raiders. That's Miles Williams with the interception. Big time play by the Raiders senior, number 12, the strong safety, Miles Williams.
Miles had one in the scrimmage. He knew he had the capability, and here he is again showing he knows the quarterback's intentions as he picks off Brady Barrett, I believe.
Brady Barnett.
Brady Barnett.
Excuse me while I do the Jackie Fargo strut here in the broadcasting booth, here in the NEA Baptist broadcast position. Get better with Baptist. 3:56 to play in the 3rd quarter. Nettleton in position to really blow this thing open. They're up by 3 touchdowns right now, 35-14. Maddox Hampton in the gun. He gives to the Pope. The Pope makes a cut. He's got the 1st down and then some. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. At the 10. Aiming for the pylon. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 1-yard line. So the Pope just almost busted one right there. It would have been a, if my math is correct, a 72-yard touchdown run. As it is, it's a 71-yard run. Not bad. 1st down, Raiders first and goal to go.
Keandre Pope with a phenomenal run. He's always been a phenomenal runner. I think he runs like a 4.5 40, and that's impressive speed for a high school student.
No doubt about it. He just almost took that thing to the house. 1st and goal for the Raiders. Give it to Keandre again. Let's let Keandre finish what he started. They give it to the Pope, and the Pope is into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Touchdown, Keandre Pope.
Pope finds the church on that touchdown run. 2 plays, 72 yards, into the touchdown. Pope with a great touchdown after a phenomenal run to end it off.
Well, he ran for 71 yards. I thought he was going to get a touchdown right there. I'm so thankful that Coach Wilson let the Pope finish what he started, let him get the touchdown, and he just got that. He just kind of walked it in on that 1-yard touchdown run. He deserved that touchdown, Jacob.
100%. I believe the Pope's first season touchdown.
That is his first touchdown of the season. Sure enough, he scored the Raiders' last touchdown of last season. Is home at a lot more decent hour, and I get a better night's sleep. The TMC is rooting for the turbo clock. I'm rooting for a Raider win. That's the first and foremost thing. But when you get a Raider win and a turbo clock Raider win, man, that justifies Raider pride in my mind right there.
You can't have a better night than a Raider win and the turbo clock.
The Raiders led 28-14 at the half, and they have scored 14 unanswered here in Domino's Pizza. You can make game night even better, and this is a great game night. The Raiders up 42-14 right now. You can make it even better by ordering online at Domino's.com or from the Domino's app. Domino's delivery of the game, the touchdown by Keandre Pope. 1st down and 10 for Mountain Home. Ball on their own 43-yard line. Barnett to pass. It is complete in the backfield. The ball carrier shucks a couple of tackles and gets close to 1st down yardage. That's Chenoweth, who dodged a couple of would-be Raider tacklers, wiggled down the sideline, close to the 1st down. Let's see where they mark it. It's going to be just shy of the 1st down. He's out of bounds inside Nettleton territory. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. 2nd down and 1 for Mountain Home on the Nettleton 47-yard line. And we do have a injury on the Raiders sideline. Officials timeout, and it looks like another cramp. That is Weesey, David Weesey, who is on the sideline. They're dragging him over so that play can continue. But Nick is obviously he's not hurt too bad. He wouldn't be dragging him like that. He looked like Ric Flair dragging him to the middle of the ring so he can put the figure 4 leg lock on him.
And that's a dangerous hold. I wouldn't want to be in the figure 4 lock.
Nobody would. Not when the Nature Boy's applying it, for sure. It's 2nd down and 1 for the Bombers. Quarterback rolling to the right. He's going to throw on 2nd down and 1. Instead, he's keeping it. Bootleg right, scrambled right, gets the 1st down, run out of bounds at about the 41-yard line of the Raiders. It's going to be 1st down and 10.
After that play, we see a offensive player coming in to play linebacker. Looks like Caleb Tedder's coming out, and he'll be a thrill to watch.
Caleb Tedder coming out to play linebacker. So Caleb Tedder with a big reception earlier on the offensive side and getting his chance to make his mark defensively. Barnett, the quarterback. Nettleton up 42-14 here in the third quarter. Barnett with the quarterback keeper right up the middle. Nice yardage, just shy of the first down, and actually they may give him enough for the first down. It's either going to be second and inches or a first. It's a first down as Barnett tackled by Cohen Liggins, but not before he gets a first down. First and 10 Bombers on the Raider 32-yard line. 2:45 to play, 2:46 to play in the third quarter. Nettleton up 42-14. Clock rolling. Barnett back to pass. Looking down late, under pressure by Clark Phillips. Clark Phillips hit him right as he threw the ball. And Clark, are you serious, Clark? Clark knocked the ball loose as he was throwing, and that caused that to incomplete pass. Second down and 10. Good play by the Raiders sophomore, Clark Phillips.
I mean, we see Clark Phillips making great pass rushes. He's showing he has that dog in him, and he wants to be the new Jordan Pegram when he graduates.
I love it. The future of Raider football definitely bright. Our junior high team is outstanding this year. Second down and 10. They give to the running back, number 7, Chenoweth, and he is down about the 20.
As I said earlier, Mountain Home, a lot of good physical runs. He broke a couple of tackles there to get that one in the end zone, and he clearly delivered for his team. As we have an injured player down, I'm not sure that is.
It is a Nettleton player who's injured, and
looks like another cramp.
Yes, another cramp. From here, it looks like Blake Brown, but I cannot tell.
I think it might be Cortez Smith.
Maybe Cortez. I can't see his number. Yeah, it's not Blake Brown. I see Blake over there.
There's
Cortez. Cortez Smith. A cramp. And again, it is a hot and humid night here in Baxter County, and we called it at the beginning of the game, Jacob, and of course it didn't take Nostradamus to call it. A lot of cramps tonight for sure, and boys, that's been the case for the Raiders.
Cortez, though, walked off very healthy looking. He might be able to return for the beginning of the offensive drive.
That's good news for Nettleton, bad news for Mountain Home. Mountain Home, the PAT up and good. And with 2:15 remaining in the third quarter, your score is Nettleton 42, Mountain Home 21.
A 21-point game, and we might not get that turbo clock, Mr. Miller. And we might get home at midnight, and that won't be good.
Will not be good. You know, I may have jinxed us by even mentioning it.
I mean, you jinx the Cardinals all the time, and you're just well-known jinx.
Well, it's getting harder and harder to argue with, for sure. I'm not going to try to argue with it. You're listening to Raider football on the EAB Sports Network. You tuned in to the game if you're watching on our live stream on Nettleton TV. Jacob Linderman, the TMC here at the NEA Baptist broadcast position at Bombers Stadium. Get better with Baptist. What a thrill it was to have Coach Dover on our Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. To check out their complete inventory from the comfort of your home, just log on to KavanaughCars.com. Nettleton 42, Mountain Home 21. That's the score. 42-21, good guys. 2:15 remaining in the third quarter.
Looks like we brought our hands team unit here because they have been intended to onside kick our ball.
That is true, Jacob, and I sure expect a onside kick right here. As Mountain Home's really only chance to get back into this ball game is to convert some onside kicks as they're down 3 scores. Little pooch kick fielded by Cortez Smith, and Cortez makes a business decision. He just crumples to the ground, and Nettleton will have good field position, first down and 10 on their own 38-yard line.
I would have made the same decision because they were coming for him, and smart play, just fall and take the ball at the 37.
Very good field position for the Raiders, and Maddox Hampton. And this one thing that I don't have, I don't keep up with the stats while I'm calling the game like I should. I promise you, Maddox probably got over 300 yards passing tonight. Maddox from the gun, he gives to the Pope. The Pope finding a hole, goes through it, a short gain, maybe a gain of a couple of yards. It's going to be second down and 8 for the Raiders.
We see a lot of toughness out of Keandre Pope. He's very physical, and he loves the game, and you can tell that from the way he runs.
Less than 2 minutes to play now in the third quarter. Nettleton up by 3 touchdowns, 42-21. The score. Are you okay?
Oh, I was looking at the roster.
Okay, it looked like you were going down with a cramp up here in the broadcast booth. I was afraid we was going to have to call Nick up here to check with you. The Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton, in the gun. The Pope on his left hip. 2 receivers up top, 1 down low. He gives to the Pope. The Pope running right side. He's met in the backfield. That's a tackle for a loss. He's tackled at the 35-yard line. Going to be a loss of about 4, it looks like. 3rd down and 12, maybe 3rd and 13 for the Raiders.
And here comes Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I wish the Texas Rattlesnake was on our team right now.
I do too. I'd love to give somebody the Stone Cold Stunner.
Yeah, just give it to Stone Cold. Let him open up a can of whoop honey. 3rd down and 13 for the Raiders. Less than a minute to play here in the third quarter. 8 seconds on the play clock. Mad Dog gets the play call from the Raiders sideline. The Pope in the backfield with him. He gives to the Pope, and again, he's hit in the backfield. And give credit to this Mountain Home defense. They definitely have done a good job in this series of getting in the backfield. I believe that'll be the last play of the third quarter. It's going to be 4th down and long, 4th down and 14 after another loss on the play. There's 21 seconds on the game clock, 21 seconds on the play clock. And they're both moving down in tandem. But looks like Nettleton's going to try to punt it. They're going to, actually, their hard count, I think they can get it all the way down to 0, and then we'll just, they snap it. And the punt is off. That'll be the last play of the third quarter as the clock hits 0. The ball is fair caught at the 30-yard line. That's where Mountain Home will take over 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, and we come up. 60-second break. Raiders up 42-21 after 3. Raider football on the AB Sports Network. Back in 60.
Anywhere else, right here, the best barbecue. Any of the ribs, any of the plates, you can enjoy it all at Dimo's Smokehouse Barbecue. My mouth is watering.
Fourth quarter getting underway here at Bomber Stadium. Nettleton with a 42-21 lead over Mountain Home. Mountain Home with the ball. They start the fourth quarter on the ground, and they have close to first down yardage.
I think they're going to give it to him.
Chenoweth with the run. He's a tough running back. He does have a first down. It's 1st down and 10 at the Mountain Home 41. Jacob, you got to give these Bombers credit. They're down by 3 touchdowns here in the fourth quarter, but, boy, they're still fighting.
For sure.
Give to Chenoweth, and this time he is met initially by Nettleton's number 58. That's Caden Newsom. Caden drags him down, but not before he gains 6. It's 2nd down and 4. Roll clock roll. That's what I say. 11-18. And it looks like another Raider is down on the field. Some Raiders. Yes, Keon Stallings, and no doubt it's a cramp. It's a hot and humid night out there. Nettleton, a lot of Raiders been on the field with the cramps, and Keon Stallings is the latest victim. That's one thing that I know Nick and the coaching staff preaches to the guys. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. But to tell you the truth, on a night like tonight, it's easy to be susceptible to the old painful leg cramps. Keon is okay. He's up. He's walking to the sideline under his own power. A little bit of assistance from our excellent athletic trainer, Nick. Got a score from my friend Randy Myers. He's the voice of the Valley View Blazers. At halftime, Valley View is losing 34-14 to Harding Academy. Back to pass is Barnett. Has plenty of time. Now the pocket collapses. He throws downfield. It is caught. Is he in bounds? He sure enough is. Heck of a catch there by number 22, Jet Hannaford. He gets his feet in, and the Bombers in business.
You see the IQ by Barnett there. It's great play.
1st and 10 for Mountain Home at the Raider 36-yard line. This time a give right up the middle. Powell moves forward, and eventually ball comes to rest at about the Raider 31-yard line. That's where it's going to be 2nd down and 5. 10:42 to play in this game. Nettleton up 42-21. Brady Barnett the senior quarterback for Mountain Home. Chenoweth in the backfield with him. 2 receivers up top, 2 receivers down low. Option play, quarterback keeper. He's got the first down. He's inside the 10. He's on his feet. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountain Home.
This play is going to get called back, though. There's a penalty marker.
Touchdown run, but like Jacob said, there is a flag on the play. Probably holding is my guess. Great run there by Barnett, but it looks like it's going to be coming back. Sure enough, he is holding against Mountain Home.
That's a dang good call if you're rooting for the Raiders right now.
No doubt about it. And one reason he was able to make that good run, well, they were cheating, Jacob. They were cheating. They were holding, and that sprung that touchdown run. So instead of 6 points on the board, it is a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. The ball is spotted on the Nettleton 35-yard line. Mountain Home with the ball. 10:15 on the clock and rolling. Nettleton up 42-21.
No matter what, though, there you see a great physical run by the next level player, Barnett.
He is definitely a great player in this Mountain Home team. They got a lot of talent, and they got a lot to look forward to this season. He gives to Chenoweth. Chenoweth running right side. He is tackled over there by Cohen Liggins on the far sideline, but not before he gains about 8 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 for Mountain Home on the Raider 29-yard line.
I mean, really physical run game. You can't do much to stop it, but the Raider defense is giving them everything they got.
3rd down and 3. Option play. He tosses to the tailback, and he is tackled. Loose ball, but they're saying he is down. Curtis Smith made the tackle. Ball was knocked loose, short of the 1st down. 4th down and 2 is what it's going to be. Almost a fumble recovered by the Raiders. That would have been a big play.
I mean, he laid the wood there. I mean, took his ACLs, got the barbecue sauce. I mean, he really hit him hard.
Great tackle there, and it's 4th down and 1, actually. 9 minutes to play in the game. Nettleton up 42-21, but the Bombers, they haven't rolled over, Jacob. They're still fighting. 4th down and 1 for Mountain Home. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. He's got the 1st down. Cam Phillips grabs a hold of him. They wrestle him down. Cohen Liggins also in on the stop, but it's a 1st down for Mountain Home. Ball into the Nettleton red zone. It's going to be 1st and 10. Mountain Home from the Raiders 16.
Yet again, really physical run by Barnett. I mean, next level player for a reason.
Barnett in the backfield with Chenoweth. He's going to pass. Looking to the end zone. It is a flag called against it's going to be pass interference against Nettleton. Brendan Alexander had his back to the ball, raised his hands up. They don't want you to do that. They don't want you to do that. They'll call pass interference every time on that. So it's going to be pass interference against the Raiders, and it'll be a 1st down. It'll be 1st down and goal to go for Mountain Home. 8:30 on the clock in this game.
They call it holding.
And it will be half the distance to the goal line, so it may not be 1st and goal. Actually, it will be. It'll be 1st down and goal to go from the Raider 8-yard line. And, Jacob, I know you'll agree with me when I say this is where the Raider defense really gets tough.
We saw a lot of physical plays in the red zone of the Raiders last year playing against teams like Valley View and Wynn.
Left side, he is stopped short of the goal line. That's Chenoweth on the carry. It's going to be 2nd down and goal to go from inside the 5, from the 4.
It's a really physical run that Mountain Home's known for that.
Barnett gives to number 25, and he is into the end zone. That'll be a touchdown for Mountain Home. That is Chris Hubbard.
It's a really good run by Chris Huber. I mean, they drew it up perfectly. They're figuring out the key points of the Raider defense right now, and they're working against it. Mountain Home with a couple really physical runs to put the ball in the end zone.
That makes the score 42-27. 8:17 to play in the game. 42-27. Nettleton with the lead. on to kick the extra point. It's blocked. It is blocked. The extra point is blocked. I couldn't see who that was. Might have been Jordan Pegram who blocked it. Jordan Pegram blocked the PAT. So with 8:17 to play in the fourth quarter, your score, Nettleton 42, Mountain Home 27.
I mean, who else but Jordan Pegram to come in and block a kick that important?
Pegram has had his normal great night for sure. Because of his blocked PAT, the score is now 42 to 27 instead of 42 to 28. So Nettleton leads 42 to 27 with 8:17 to play in the game. Nettleton led 14 to nothing at the end of the first quarter. Both teams scored 2 touchdowns apiece in the second quarter. They went into the half, Nettleton leading 28 to 14. Nettleton had an outstanding third quarter. They outscored Mountain Home 14 to 7 in the third quarter. They led 42 to 21 going into the fourth quarter. And here in the fourth quarter, Mountain Home has scored with 8:17 to play in the game. Nettleton 42, Mountain Home 27. The Pope, Keandre Pope, back deep. He's sent it on the 25-yard line for the Raiders. That's not deep. But Mountain Home has been pretty much just kind of short kicking it every night. Onside and pooch kicks. This time they kick it deep. It's over Pope's head. You better get back there, Pope. The ball is loose inside the 5-yard line, and Mountain Home's got it. Oh, my goodness. Mountain Home recovers inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be first down and goal to go on the 3. Just a complete mental lapse by the Raiders right there. They kicked it over Pope's head, and Mountain Home outrunning there to get it with 8:16 to play in the game. Mountain Home, they are just 4 yards away from making this a one-score game.
There's no quit in this Mountain Home team.
Now you got to give them credit. Barnett, Nettleton having trouble getting set defensively. Fumbled snap, they pick it up, and they're going to be stopped short of the goal line. Keon Stallings and number 58, Caden Newsom, in on the stop for Nettleton. It's going to be second down and goal to go. That hurt. That hurt, Jacob.
It sure did. Putting the ball in this close in their end zone is just not what the Raiders needed right now.
It's a big-time mental lapse by Nettleton right there. You cannot let the opposing team make a play like that. And that's a penalty called against Nettleton. It's going to be half the distance to the goal and a first down. So Uncle Mo definitely on Mountain Home's side. Nettleton winning 42 to 27, but momentum on the Bombers' side for sure. Barnett, the quarterback, he's in the gun, rolls to his right option, pitches to the running back, and he is tackled by Miles Williams. Good job by the Raider defense as they deny the touchdown. It's going to be second down and goal to go. Ball marked at about the 5-yard line, and it looks like Miles Williams is slow to get up with another cramp.
On a humid night like this, you see a lot of cramps. I mean, I think Raiders have had 6 or 7 so far, but especially after a play like that, Miles Williams does not need to go down.
The Mountain Home fans shouting up here at us. That was not very nice. Not very nice.
Not at all.
Not very sportsmanlike for sure, but we will turn the other cheek. I could come off the press box with a elbow drop.
I mean, bring out the Macho Man. There's a Macho Man in all of us.
There he is. Been a tough night for Mountain Home. They trail the Raiders 42 to 27, 8:03 to play in the game, but they've got the ball inside the 5-yard line. First down and goal to go. Second down and goal to go for Mountain Home. Barnett, the quarterback, running back to his left. Now he switches over to his right. Barnett back to pass. It is incomplete. It's going to be third down and goal. On the defense over there is the Junebug, Derek Island Jr. Third down and goal to go for Mountain Home. And let me tell you, this would be a big stop if we can get this.
For sure. I mean, our defensive line creating havoc with the great pass rush. I think we have 5 men up front, and that's deadly to any offensive line, especially when you have Jordan Pegram, Cam Phillips, and Keon Stallings coming at you.
No doubt about it there. And as you can tell, they're trying to pass it over that big defensive line instead of trying to run it. Third down and goal to go from the 5. They give to the running back. He runs up the middle, has positive yardage, short of the goal line. It's going to be 4th down and goal to go. And the officials marking the ball about the 1 foot line. Clock is still rolling, 7 minutes and 35 seconds and ticking. Quickly back to the line, Mountain Home. They give to the running back into the end zone, touchdown. Number 7, touchdown Mountain Home.
You know, after an error like that on our special teams, Mountain Home takes the ball at the 1 basically and capitalizes. And that's what you get when you make a mental error. But Raiders, I 100% will see them bouncing back and scoring one more time before the night's over.
42-33. It's a 1-possession game if they can make this PAT. It's a 9-point lead for the Raiders. 7:28 to play in the game. Let's see if they go for 2 here or if they elect to try the PAT, the kick for the PAT. Another Raider hobbling off. That's Cortez Smith.
That's not a guy you want to see down.
Now, that's one of the things that this Raider team, one of the weaknesses of this team coming in. We knew not a whole lot of depth, and we've had so many guys go out with cramps tonight. Mountain Home definitely able to exploit. They're going for 2. Barnett, the quarterback. It's a fumble. It's a fumble. Quarterback unable to pick it up. Mountain Home falls on it, and the PAT attempt is no good. So with 7:28 to play in the game, it's a 2-possession game. 42 for the Raiders, 33 for Mountain Home. A major mental miscue by the Raiders right there, letting a kickoff get behind, just roll and stop right in front of the goal line. And Mountain Home, they jumped on it about the 4-yard line, and the result is 6 points for the Bombers. Thankfully, the Raiders were able to keep them from getting the 2-point conversion. Would have made it a 1-score game. It's a 2-score game with 7:28 to play. But let me tell you something, Jacob. This Raider offense needs to come out and make a statement right here.
And the Raider offense is clearly capable to do it. We've done it all night. We've made great plays. I mean, Cameron Scarlett, he's gone. Maddox Hampton, Mad Dog, maybe 300 yards tonight, and that's impressive as a sophomore making his first varsity start.
No doubt about that. Hey, Mad Dog has looked good behind center. And now then, Keandre Pope learned from his mistake. He is back at about the 10-yard line, and you can bet he's not going to let that ball get behind him and not let a Bomber get to it. I would figure we'll see an onside kick here right now. It kind of looks what they're going to be doing. We'll see. And they kick it deep. Keandre Pope actually goes out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, but that is a kick out of bounds. Can't do that. Flag flies, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Raiders at the 35-yard line. The Mountain Home fans, electric over here. They have seen their Bombers score 14 unanswered points here in the 4th quarter. Just a few minutes ago, I was talking about the mercy rule. I was talking about the turbo clock. And here we are now, the Raiders up by 9 with 7:27 to play in the game. It's 42 Nettleton. It's 33 for Mountain Home. The Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton, out behind center. 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Tedder and Pope. They give to the Pope. Pope running left side. He is stopped after about a gain of 2. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. 7:16 on the clock, and the clock is ticking.
A really quick run there. The Raiders are back on the ball now, getting ready to go.
2nd down and 8 for Nettleton. Mad Dog in the gun. Keandre Pope to his right. 2 receivers up top, 2 down low. You would think the Raiders would keep it on the ground here, but they may try a quick screen pass. They give to the Pope instead. Running right side, has a pretty nice gain, close to the 1st down. Running right side off of the blocks of Garrett Campbell, Kobe Miller. It's a gain of about 7. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 for the Raiders.
And that's a smart play by Clint Wilson. Running it to the 2 returners, Kobe Miller and Garrett Campbell. Both have started a few games last year.
And now then the Raiders got that heavy offensive line package on the right side. 3rd down and 1 for the Raiders. Cortez Smith, the quarterback, from the Wildcat. He's going to run it right side, and it looks like he has the first down. Sure enough, running behind Kobe Miller, running behind Jordan Pegram, Garrett Campbell, also running behind big number 73, Jerry Hudgens. It's a first down for the Raiders. 6:04 on the clock. Nettleton 42, Mountain Home 33. The Raiders with a fresh set of downs.
And that heavy package shows again that it's unstoppable to any defensive line. And this is a dang good one.
They needed 1 yard. I think they got about 2. 5:50 on the clock. Maddox Hampton back behind center in the shotgun. The give to Keandre Pope. Keandre Pope dive up the middle, past midfield. It's going to be a gain of a couple of 3 yards. We'll call it 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders. 5:28 on the clock.
It's good.
Nettleton runs a hurry up most of the game. Obviously, you don't want to run the hurry up right now. Let that clock roll. And the clock is at 5:16. Nettleton 42, Mountain Home 33. Mountain Home has all 3 of their timeouts, as do the Raiders. 2nd down and 8 for Nettleton. Curtis Smith, Wildcat package. Curtis Smith running left side, looking for a crease, not really finding one, but he falls forward for a gain of a couple. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Raiders, and we'll see if Mountain Home wants to start using some timeouts or if they want to keep them in their back pocket.
Yet again, another really good fundamental run by the Raiders there. I mean, Curtis, Keandre, both really strong fundamental runners.
Well, it looks like Mountain Home has called a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break with them. Back in 30 seconds with some more Raider football. It's 42-33. Nettleton up with 4:56 to play. Back in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network. EAB Sports Network.
Your vehicle is a personal and important investment. At Central Collision Center, we're more than collision repair. We do everything from minor touch-ups and windshield replacement to front work. We're committed to customer satisfaction and provide the highest quality service. At Central Collision Center, we provide honest and expert auto care and offer a written lifetime warranty and on-site rental car arrangements. Stop by or give us a call today to schedule your free estimate. Central Collision Center. Professional, convenient, reliable. Find Central Chevrolet Stadium and online at centralcollisionctr.com.
And we welcome you back to a dandy, folks, Bomber Stadium. Craig Miller, Jacob Linderman calling the action for you. The Raiders have a 42-33 lead. Just under 5 minutes to play in this game. It's 3rd down and 5 for the Raiders. The Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton, into the game as quarterback. What a sensational night the sophomore has had. He is trying to lead the Raiders to an opening game victory against a very tough Mountain Home team. 3rd down and 5 for the Raiders. Mad Dog from the gun. He's going to pass. Looking downfield. He's going deep. He's got a man, and he is... I thought there might be a flag. Curtis Smith is incomplete. Incomplete. I thought Curtis was kind of held there at the last minute. The referee was right there, did not see it that way. So the clock stops at 4:53 remaining in the game. Nettleton 42, Mountain Home 33.
And you're wondering if Nettleton will go for it here. I mean, you really got everything to lose if you do.
Yeah, it's 4th down and 5. The ball is on Mountain Home 47. Something tells me they're going to play the field position game and punt it away. This is a 2-possession game right now.
Hard count got him.
Hard count got him. That may be a 1st down. It's 4th down and 5, and Mountain Home jumps off sides. That may be enough for a 1st down.
You know, Mountain Home's been really good at staying back on those all night, and here, late in the game, the adrenaline got to him there, and Nettleton will probably move the sticks.
Yeah, it's offsides against Mountain Home. And that's going to move the sticks. Man, that's huge. With 4:53 remaining in the game, and Mountain Home is going to have to start taking some timeouts, I would say. They got 2 remaining, but that gives Nettleton a fresh set of downs, and they can, obviously they can advance the ball, but they can also run out the clock with those downs. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. They lead 42-33 here in the 4th quarter. Curtis Smith, Wildcat package. He's going to keep it himself. He bounces out left. He's got First down yardage. He goes down. Very smart play there by Cortez. He thought about cutting toward the sideline. Instead, he went down. The clock is going to keep rolling. First down yardage, 1st and 10 Raiders. Smart play by Cortez.
That's a heads-up play by a guy with a great football IQ. You mean, if fantasy's playing right now, Cortez, he probably has close to 200 yards rushing right now.
He is you're right. You mentioned fantasy football. He would be a first-round draft pick for somebody. 4:31 on the clock and ticking. The Mad Dog back behind center. 1st and 10 for the Raiders on the Bulldog, the Mountain Home 28, Bomber 28. He gives to the Pope. The Pope runs forward, gain of appears to be about 4 yards, maybe 3 yards. We'll call it 2nd down and 7 for the Raiders.
And I like the ideology of Quint Wilson here. You know, if the run game ain't broke, you have nothing to fix. I mean, let's keep giving the ball, keep running the ball, and let's kill this clock and let's win this game.
Very smart thinking for sure. Clock is now under 4 minutes, 3:55. Nettleton has it 2nd down and 6, we'll say, inside the 25-yard line of the Bombers. Cortez Smith, Wildcat package. He keeps it himself. Bounces out left, looking for a hole, unable to find one. He's tackled out of bounds. So that was a little bit of a mental breakdown, mental blunder there by Cortez as he allows himself to be tackled out of bounds. That stops the clock with 3:38 to play. He gained about a yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Stone Cold's music hits. The Texas Rattlesnake. Nowhere to be found, however. Just his music. You can breathe a sigh of relief. Nobody's going to be getting a Stone Cold stunner right now. It's 3rd down and 5 for the Raiders. 3:38 to play in this game. Nettleton up 42-33. Cortez Smith into the game as the quarterback, and Nettleton elects to call a timeout. We'll take that timeout with them. With 3:38 to play in the game, Nettleton leads Mountain Home 42-33. Back in 30 seconds and more Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
Pico Food says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state agricultural producers. Learn more about Pico Foods' mission to support producers in Arkansas and Missouri by calling David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Greg Bird or John Taylor Hickman, 601-670-9383.
What a great football game tonight here at Bomber Stadium in beautiful Mountain Home, Arkansas. 3:38 remaining in this game. Nettleton with a 42-33 lead over a resilient Mountain Home Bomber team. Nettleton has the ball in Mountain Home territory. 3rd down and 5. Ball on the Mountain Home 23-yard line. 3rd down and 5. Cortez Smith, Wildcat option. Heavy package on the right side of that offensive line. Something tells me Cortez will be running right side. In motion goes Q Thompson. He is running right side. He squirts through. He has the 1st down. 1st down Raiders. However, there is a flag on the play. 3:35 on the clock. And that would have been a huge 1st down, but it is a penalty called against Nettleton. I missed the indication. I believe it was holding. Did you see it? Holding against Nettleton. So that'll back the Raiders up 10 yards. It is a spot foul. Not sure where the infraction occurred, but it's going to be behind the sticks. So instead of a 1st down, it's going to be 3rd down, and it looks like 15. 3rd down and 15 for the Raiders.
And that's not the position you want to be at right now for Nettleton. I mean, looks like Cortez Smith is still going to be playing quarterback, but with his physicality, you know, anything can happen.
No doubt about it. He is an explosive runner. Mountain Home crowd coming alive. 3rd down and 15 for the Raiders. Cortez Smith in the Wildcat package. He's running left, following Keandre Pope. Makes a cut and is stay in bounds, Cortez. He's going to be short of the 1st down by about 10 yards and does not go out of bounds. They're rolling the clock. That's good news. I say he said roll the clock, but they've stopped the clock, and it's a timeout, Mountain Home. So Mountain Home takes their second time out. Timeout for the Bombers. With 3:23 remaining in this game, it's 42-33. Nettleton with the lead. We'll take a 30-second break. Be back more Raider football after this on the EB Sports Network.
First Community Bank believes that community is everything. Our promise to stand by our customers is important in good times, but even more important in the hard times too. As economic recovery begins, we want you to know that we are here for you. We will keep loaning money, financing homes, helping small business, and supporting this community. Banking local is more important than ever. We invite you to make the switch to First Community Bank, your local community bank.
First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. Offer of credit subject to group approval.
And we welcome you back to Bomber Stadium. Craig Miller, Jacob Linderman here in the NEA Baptist broadcast position at Bomber Stadium. Get better with Baptists. What a football game we've seen here tonight. With 3:23 to play, Nettleton leads Mountain Home 42-33. Nettleton has the ball, 4th down and 9. Ball is at the Bomber 27-yard line. Maddox Hampton in as quarterback. He's in the backfield with Keandre Pope. He's going to pass. Looking downfield. He's got a man. Touchdown Raiders! Touchdown Raiders! Cordarius Thompson with a beautiful over-the-shoulder catch, and Maddox Hampton does it again, folks. A dagger into the heart of Bomber Nation. Touchdown Raiders on a 27-yard pass from the Mad Dog to Q Thompson.
Q Thompson does it again. That's his second touchdown of the night. Not as long as the first one, but this one is the dagger in the heart of this Mountain Home Bombers team. What a play. What a pass. 4th down and 10, and he comes up huge. I mean, you can't get any better than that, folks.
It was huge for sure. And that brings in Joseph Newhung, who is trying to kick his 7th PAT. The snap, the hold, the kick, it's all good. And with 3:19 to play, Nettleton now has a 49-33 lead over Mountain Home. I beg for forgiveness from Raider Nation. I think I jinxed the Raiders with all this turbo clock talk. We were just close to being a very close, a 2-point conversion away just a few minutes ago from this being a 1-score game. As it is right now, the Raider lead is back up to 16 points, if my Nettleton math is correct, 49-33 with 3:19 to play. And Jacob, this Mountain Home crowd they are eerily silent over here.
I think I'm hearing crickets.
And just a few minutes ago, a Mountain Home fan came up to accost the broadcasting crew here at Nettleton. He had some choice words for us, and actually exactly what he said is we need to hydrate our players better is what he said. Well, he needs to mind his own business. That's what he needs to do. He's lucky he didn't get a DDT. That's what he's lucky. Or maybe a Stone Cold Stunner.
Maybe the Sweet Chin music.
Maybe so. I've seen you give the Sweet Chin music. He didn't want none of that for sure. But that young man has calmed down, and he is no longer screaming at the Nettleton broadcast crew. That's good news. Even better news, looks like Nettleton is poised to move to 1-0 on the season. Joseph Newhung on to kick off a line drive kick and is fielded at about the 32-yard line. The way they've been returning, and it is down at the 34-yard line. The way they've been returning the ball on the kickoff recovery, that may be our best strategy right there. They've been getting the ball 1st and 10 at about the 40-45 every single kickoff return. So pretty good strategy there by the Nettleton coaching staff. Just have him line drive it on the ground.
I agree. I mean, when you say line drive, it looks like what you used to hit back in your baseball days.
That's exactly right. Flattery will get you everywhere, young Jacob Linderman. You keep on saying good things about the TMC, you're going to get a good grade in my class. All right, back to work is the Bombers. The quarterback, Barnett, he's scrambling, and he has positive yardage, close to a 1st down. It goes out of bounds at the Bomber 45-yard line with 3:12 to play in the game. Nettleton up 49-33. And let me tell you something. That guy's for real. That guy's for real. That is one reason why if you're down 21 points and you're the Mountain Home Bombers, well, you don't lose hope because you got a playmaker behind center in Brady Barnett. He is a tremendous player. Raiders have had a tough time containing that young man tonight. He gives to his running back this time, a little draw, and he is tackled by the outstanding sophomore linebacker, Cohen Liggins. Gain of 4, and it's going to be second down and 6. Less than 3 minutes to play. Clock rolling. Triplets right, 1 receiver to the left. Now then there's 4 receivers to the right. Barnett back to pass. Throws incomplete. Incomplete, and it's going to be third down and 6 for Mountain Home.
That one looked like it bounced off the ground. Just didn't have enough arm strength on that pass. I mean, if that would have been complete, that would have given the Raiders a tough time.
As it is, it's 2:45 to play. Nettleton up 49-33. The clock is stopped at 2:45 on it, and tackle, and he gets the first down.
And that's a hard tackle to break, knowing Blake Brown is all-state defensive linebacker.
That's right.
Yep, and just one of the best defensive players in our state.
That's right. And so shout out to, I believe that was Chenoweth, the running back, who made the play. And it looks like we got a Raider who is needing a substitution. Jordan Pegram is squatting, but I don't think it's Jordan. Actually,
Cohen Liggins. I saw him go off the field.
Cohen Liggins, okay. So probably a cramp, I would think. First down and 10 for Mountain Home. Ball on the Raider 43-yard line. This Mountain Home team, there's not an ounce of quit in them, that's for sure. Barnett, he's going to throw. It's incomplete. The June Bug, Derek Allen Jr. and Cortez Smith, good defense. Second down and 10. Less than 2 minutes to play now in this game.
And that's a deadly combo in coverage. I mean, Derek Allen puts the defender on an island. I mean, it's a great defender. And Cortez is just physical as all get out. I would hate to be on the other side of that guy.
So I think what you're trying to say is Derek Island is appropriately named.
For sure,
100%. Maybe the fastest guy on the team. He's a track star. He has really got some good speed. Second down and 10. Mountain Home back to pass. This time it's complete, but Cortez Smith immediately makes the tackle, throws him for a loss. However, they're going to give him forward progress. That's number 22, Dylan McBride. That tackle took about 15 seconds to happen as Cortez threw him back. It's going to be third down and 5 for the Bombers. Pass is complete. Good catch, and he gets out of bounds. First down. Again, that's number 22. That's Jet Hannaford. 1:33 to play in the game. Clock stopped. Nettleton with a 49-33 lead. These Bombers just ain't going to go away.
That's for sure.
Nettleton elects to take a timeout. Coach Alan Johnson wanting to have a talk with his team. We'll take a timeout with him. 30-second timeout. Nettleton up 49-33, a minute 33 to play. Back in 30 seconds, more Raider football on NTV and the EB Sports Network.
Your medical needs are personal, and the way you manage those needs should be personal as well. The team at Southern Home Healthcare is local, knowledgeable, and courteous, giving you the customized care you and your family deserve. When facing breathing challenges, the on-staff respiratory therapist at Southern Home Healthcare provides support and guidance just for you, and you can sleep better with the help of their CPAP and BiPAP therapy. Plus, your strains, strains, and pain with the help of Southern Home Healthcare's high-quality bracing devices. Go online to southernhomehealthjonesboro.com.
And we welcome you back to Bombers Stadium. Craig Miller, Jacob Lenderman here at the NEA Baptist broadcast position. Get better with Baptist. 1:33 to play in the game, fourth quarter. Nettleton has a 49-33 lead over Mountain Home. Make sure you close out your night with the Kavanaugh Auto Group Friday Night Light Scoreboard Show. Will Oswalt will have all the scores as soon as they go final, and he'll talk with coaches and broadcasters around the area. That's right here on 101.3 after the game. First down and 10 for Mountain Home. Barnett back to pass. Ball is nearly intercepted. What a great play over there on the far sideline by Cortez Smith as he knocked the ball away. Incomplete pass, second down and 10.
I mean, who else but Cortez Smith? I mean, I've said it all night. Greatest athlete on the team, maybe in the school right now.
That's if you don't include faculty.
I mean, TMC was probably one of the best catchers in all the history.
Well, don't count out Mr. Watson either. Second down and 10. He's going deep. He's going deep. He's got a man open. He hauls it in. Let's see if they call that there's flags in the end zone. It's incomplete. incomplete pass, but there is penalty markers down. It's going to be pass interference against the Raiders. Second time tonight that has happened.
It was like the same situation, too. Just had his back to the ball and
Had his back
hands
to the
straight
ball.
up.
You can bet it's pass interference against Nettleton. And you can bet Coach Johnson, he will be rectifying that. They'll be going over that in practice this week. But it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. In the NFL, it's a spot foul. In high school, it's a 15-yard penalty. It'll be first down for Mountain Home. 1st and 10 from the Raider 15. The clock is at 1:25. Nettleton up 49-33, and these Bombers just won't go away. Barnett, the quarterback. Chenoweth, the running back. He's going to pass, and it is incomplete. In and out of the hands of number 23, Dylan McBride. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Bombers. The clock is at 1:21. Mountain Home has one timeout, as does Nettleton.
And this has been a very physical game. I mean, great collisions on both sides of the ball and great coverage on both sides of the ball as well.
And as Coach Dover said in the Cavanaugh Auto Group halftime show, Nettleton's looked good for their first game of the season. Barnett rolls right, plants, throws. It's complete inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and goal to go for Mountain Home. That's number 22, Jet Hannaford, junior wide receiver. 1:17 to play in the game. The score is now 49-33. Nettleton with a 16-point lead, but Mountain Home with the ball, 1st and goal to go inside the 5. Barnett in the shotgun. He's going to pass. Looking to the end zone, has a man, it's complete. Number 17, touchdown Mountain Home.
It's a really good touchdown pass by Barnett there. I mean, I think that's his first one of the night. I mean, a really good pass. Found the receiver wide open and just went to work.
That makes the score 49-39. And Mountain Home looks like they're going to go for 2. Down by 10. They're going to go for 2. Make it a one-possession game. That's what the book says to do. With 1:14 to play in this game, Raiders up by 10. 2 backs in the backfield with Barnett. He's going to pass. Has a man in the end zone. It's in and out of his hands. And incomplete pass. 2-point conversion. No good. Jacob, that was a big drop pass right there.
100%. And now if you're the Nettleton Raiders, you go in, you need the ball away, you get the clock to die. I mean, just be all around good night for the Nettleton Raiders. I mean, we saw a lot of good offense, a lot of good defense on both sides of the ball. And just hope we put this in victory formation and could bet the Raiders win this one.
Well, I'm with you on all of that. Looking forward to the Raiders going into that victory formation. However, there is the matter of the kickoff, and it has kind of bit us on the rear end just a couple of kickoffs ago. So we got to execute on this kickoff and then hand the ball over to our offense, and then we can run out the clock. 1:14 to play. They got one timeout. They can stop the clock one time, but that's not going to be enough with a 4-down series to keep the clock from running out. It's a 2-possession game. It's a 49-39 game. So the Raiders in the catbird seat for sure, but they do have to execute in this final 1:14 to play. Nearing 10 o'clock here in Baxter County, and we still got a 2.5-hour drive ahead of us. My deepest apologies to all of Raider Nation for talking about the turbo clock in the third quarter. Things started kind of going downhill at that point. Nettleton does have a 49-39 lead, however, with 1:14 to play. That's an onside kick, and Nettleton recovers. That's Jacob Tedder.
That's Caleb Tedder.
Excuse me, Caleb Tedder. Caleb Tedder, who wisely fielded the ball right about the 10-yard mark, maybe about the 8-yard mark, but he went ahead and fielded it to keep Mountain Home from getting it. So they did execute well on the onside kick. Nettleton's offense is out there. Let's take a couple of 3 knees, and let's go back to Nettleton with a week 0 win. How does that sound, Jacob?
It sounds fantastic. You know, a Raider win, opening the season off. You Can't get much better than that.
Victory formation. They snap it to the Mad Dog. The Mad Dog takes a knee. The clock rolls 1:10. Let's see if Mountain Home elects to take a timeout. And they're just going to let it roll, it looks like. They could stop the clock one time, but that would just prolong the inevitable. And with a 10-point lead, Coach Airy, he realizes there's no point in that. So clock rolling. It's less than a minute. 47 seconds on the play clock. 15 seconds now on the game on the play clock. The game clock is at 40 seconds. So we'll have to snap it one more time after this, if my math is correct. The Mad Dog takes a knee. He took a couple of seconds off the clock before he took a knee, and that will do it, folks. 28 seconds on the clock, 34 seconds on the play clock, and Nettleton will be able just to let the clock go down to 0 if Mountain Home does not call their timeout. They do not call their timeout, and the Nettleton Raiders will move to 1-0 on the season with a hard-fought 49-39 victory over a very tough 6A Mountain Home Bombers squad. Shout out to Mountain Home. They never did quit, but a big shout out to Coach Stephen Hampton and the Nettleton Raiders for a very good win in Week 0. We're 1-0 on the year. We're going to take a 4-minute break. And when we come back, we're going to have the post-game show presented by More Air Conditioning. More Air Conditioning, that's right. They are the sponsors of the post-game show. Make sure that you hang around for it. We're also going to name the JOSM Player of the Game, brought to you by Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, getting you back in the game for more than 40 years. So 4-minute break, and we'll have the post-game show for you. Raiders win 49-39. Back and forth with the post-game show. Raider football on the EAB Sports Network.
No matter what the season, it's always a great time to go to Wings to Go. Whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's baseball, whether it's wrestling, whether it's anything, the wings, the salads, the hamburgers, everything we have at Wings to Go is always flavorful and it's always ready. All that has to happen is you go down and enjoy them. Happy winging from Wings to Go.
Ship anything, anywhere at your #1 shipping source. Pack Mail in Jonesboro. Bring anything to Pack Mail, and they'll package, freight it, no matter how big, fragile, or awkwardly shaped. Since 1998, Pack Mail has been your #1 shipping source. The only authorized shipper of all the major carriers. UPS, FedEx, DHL, the Postal Service, and Freight Services, all in one store. At Pack Mail, you have choices. Here's Pack Mail Tim to tell us more.
Trey, we are the experts at solutions for even the most demanding shipping situations, and our experienced staff can help you choose the best option. So if you need to go to the Post then FedEx, or all the way out to UPS terminal, and then get that international shipment DHL, you can do it all in one fast, convenient, friendly place. Pack Mail.
See, I told you, Pack Mail ships anything, anywhere, through any shipper. Pack Mail. Go to the #1 green packaging and shipping store in Jonesboro. Don't trust your shipping needs to just anybody. Trust Pack Mail. 361 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. Ship anything, anywhere, today at Pack Mail.
Put your daily office routine in the hands of people you can trust. Forest Office Machine, your authorized Sharp Document Systems dealer in Jonesboro. That's right, since 1965, Forest Office Machines has provided dependable office equipment and reliable service. We follow the equipment journey through all kinds of changes and developments, always on the cutting edge, whatever that is. And our partnership with Sharp Document Systems means we offer the very latest, most dependable equipment, and Forest is the only office equipment dealer that when you need supplies, you can walk in our store and get it. When you need it next, you can call us.
This is Barry Forrest. My family's been taking care of equipment needs of businesses just like yours since 1965. I would love to work for you today.
Put your daily office routines in the hands of people you can trust. Forest Office Machines, your authorized Sharp Document System dealer at 1005 G Street in Jonesboro. 932-7852. 932-7852. Call Forest Office Machines today.
Evolve Bank & Trust. A special offer for you, Jonesboro. For a limited time only, open the new CD Evolve and receive an annual percentage yield of 1.50% for 13 months. Only available for new funds to Evolve in the general market. Restrictions apply. For more information, call Evolve's Jonesboro Banking Center at 870-933-2480. That's 870-933-2480. Open CD today with Evolve and get an APY of 1.50% for 13 months. Minimum deposit $25,000. Offer available until September 29th. New funds only. Penalties apply for early withdrawal. Rates are subject to change. Evolve Bank and Trust now offering an APY of 1.50% new CDs for 30 months. Call Evolve for more information at 870-933-2480. That's 870-933-2480. Evolve Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to the Nettleton Raiders on Bob FM 1013 KIYS HD2 Walnut Ridge, Jonesboro, KIYS HD2, K231B College City, Jonesboro, KIYS HD4 Walnut Ridge, Jonesboro, and KIYS HD4, K267AS Pregame.
Hiring other AC companies can be risky. Aside from being unlicensed and uninsured, they may not have the skills needed to get the job done correctly. You can trust air conditioning to do the job right. Your technicians are highly qualified, background checked, and expertly trained. So next time, forget burning the van and call More Air Conditioning, 870-336-2023, or visit us at moreac.com.
You deserve more. Don't settle for less.
And we welcome you folks to the More Air Conditioning postgame show here at Mountain Home, where the Nettleton Raiders have defeated Mountain Home in a slugfest, a heavyweight, like a Rocky fight. 49-39 was the final score. Nettleton outscored Mountain Home 14-0 in the first quarter. They tied in the second quarter, 14-14. They went into half with Nettleton up 28-14. Last year, if you remember, Nettleton fans, Mountain Home was leading Nettleton 21-7 going into the break. Nettleton came back and got the win. Well, Nettleton was up by two scores, 28-14. Nettleton outscored Mountain Home 14-7 in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, we were up 42-21 going into it. And my goodness, Mountain Home, they just went off in the fourth quarter. They outscored Nettleton 18-7 in the fourth quarter, but that was not enough. A little bit too little, a little bit too late. Nettleton hangs on for a 49-39 win. Nettleton's scores, they scored 7 touchdowns. Curtis Smith, 3 of them. Kylan Shelton scored a touchdown. Cordarius Thompson scored 2, and Keandre Pope scored 1. In the first quarter, Kylan Shelton got things started with a 30-yard touchdown run with 10-18. That made the score 7-0 after a Joseph Newhung PAT. And then Curtis Smith, also in the first quarter, he ran the ball in from 2 yards out with 5:20 on the clock, and that made the score 14-0. In the second quarter, that's when Mountain Home got going. Their quarterback, Barnett, handed the ball off, actually, to Chenoweth, and he had a 7-yard touchdown run. Nettleton answered. Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton, hit Curtis Smith with the 80-yard touchdown pass. Mountain Home answered another run by Chenoweth, a 17-yard touchdown run. Jacob Chenoweth. Nettleton answered. Next play, touchdown, Maddox Hampton to Cordarius Thompson, a 67-yard touchdown pass. Nettleton goes into the half with a 28-14 lead. In the third quarter, it was again the Mad Dog, Maddox Hampton, with a 14-yard pass to Curtis Smith, made the score 35-14. The Newhung PAT, as they were all night long, good. And then Keandre Pope, the talented Raiders senior running back, he run the ball about 71 yards the play before, but he on the next play, he plunged it in from the 1-yard line and made the score 42-14 after the Joseph Newhung PAT. And that's when the TMC made his ignorant statement about the turbo clock. We just need one more score. We got the turbo clock. I think the football gods heard that, and they took their anger out on the TMC. Mountain Home came storming back at that point. They scored basically 20 unanswered points, I suppose, as they got a touchdown in the third quarter and then 2 straight scores in the fourth quarter, made the score 42-33. Nettleton, however, put the dagger in their hearts. Another Maddox Hampton touchdown pass, a 27-yard touchdown pass. Very gutsy call by the Raider coaching staff, and a good call. He hit Cordarius Thompson in the end zone, a beautiful over-the-shoulder touchdown catch. And that made the score 49-33. Mountain Home kept on battling. They did punch the ball in the fourth quarter, 1:14 remaining. That made it 49-39. That's your final right there. Man, going through all that, a couple of thoughts. What a game, number one.
Absolutely. Probably one of the best high school football games we're going to watch all year until we get into that later season when we play Valley View and win. And coming out, Maddox Hampton, first varsity start. I mean, he left quite the impact there. Cortez Smith, great receiver, great runner. I mean, he even had a complete pass for a couple of yards. I mean, he's just all around a great athlete. I mean, what can you say about Cortez Smith? Cordarius Thompson also, 2 great, phenomenal catches. Yep. He took 167 yards off of a...
Unfortunately, I don't have his yardage, but it's got to be up in the 300s. No doubt about it. We'll have that, and we'll post the yardage later. But just an unbelievable night by the sophomore signal caller, Maddox Hampton. He is the JOSM player of the game, and I think he deserves that.
I can't complain with that decision. You know, we have a lot of great players. You know, we saw a lot of athleticism out there tonight. But Maddox Hampton, at the end of the day, responsible for 4 of our touchdowns. You know, just phenomenal play style by the Mad Dog tonight.
Yep.
And great play calling by our offense coordinator, Clint Wilson.
Yep. Definitely a good win for Raider Nation. We're 1-0 on the season. Next week, we travel to Pocahontas. We will have the game for you, good Lord willing. Creek not rising. 7 o'clock, pregame at 6:30 at Pocahontas, taking on another very tough non-conference foe, the Pocahontas Redskins. I promise you, it's going to be a slobber knocker next Friday night. Make sure you tune in. Before we get out of here, I want to remind everybody, my good buddy Will Oswalt is going to have the Kavanaugh Auto Group Friday Night Light Scoreboard Show. He's probably waiting on me to shut up right now so that he can get that thing started. It'll be as soon as this is over with. Keep it right here. All the shows on the Ticket Radio Network. My man Will Oswalt will have all the scores, and he'll talk to coaches and players, so make sure you hang around for that. Big thanks to Jacob Linderman. Big thanks to Blake Isbell, to Caleb Andrews, Caleb Robinson, Brandon Troutman, the NTV crew, Ryan James back at the EAB studio. All of our doing a great job producing. Thank you, Ryan. And thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors, everybody that came out. Please drive safely on the way home. We'll do it again next week. Raiders 49, Mountain Home 39. Raiders 1-0 on the season. Hope you have a great night. As always, Raider pride is justified. Raider pride forever. Pride forever.
Home team.